posted the express approaching the 427 program to speed. So I'm just going to stop mentioning this here, just be aware of it, that it's there. But if we close it, it'll
back in her god disappeared under the waves. Oh shit. Good night story. 4-year-old said her body disappeared under the waves. How many times do you review everything I say today, huh? Austin Matthews doesn't understand the term asymptomatic. He says he's mostly asymptomatic. That means he has symptoms. That means he's not asymptomatic. Kyle Lowry, dumb. Dumb as fuck. Dumb. Kyle Lowry, dumb. While we're watching team after team get pulled from their competitions and players getting tested positive, Kyle Lowry's talking about how safe and great it is. You're a wonderful house digger, bro. But that's all you are. 500 years you ain't evolved at all. 500 years ago you'd have been as dumb and clueless. Hey, that's why we're black and you're Afro-American, that's right. Likes me, I make it fucking bleed. Mark! You were told to fucking leave. What, 9 days, 9 shootings? You're not catching the fucking mathematics of the message. Leave, you dumb fucking line. I'm gonna peel you like a bitter fruit.
Toronto 19 degrees and partly cloudy. This time 11:44. And this just into 680 News reports say Grant Imahara, one of the hosts of Mythbusters, has passed away. Pharmacist hosted the popular science show from 2005 to 2018. He was also the host of Netflix's White Rabbit Project. A representative from Discovery says they are heartbroken to hear the news and their thoughts and prayers go out to Imahara's friends and family. Cause of death is not known. This is 680 News.
Hi, I'm Adam, founder of NewBorrow.com, and I started our company after I got fed up with the mortgage loan process. Turns out I wasn't alone. Thousands of homeowners wanted help.
They went above and beyond to help me get a line of credit. It was amazing service.
They treated me like a valued client and outperformed anyone I spoke to. Want to lower your mortgage payments and save a little money?
Use your home to get a loan with NewBorrow. Visit NewBorrow.com. License 13115.
5-star Google reviews are the best reviews any company can get. This drumbeat represents one. Many companies have some. And this is how many Search Kings has. Search Kings has hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. No wonder Google hand-selected Search Kings as a Google Premier Partner.
Hand-selected Search Kings.
You want to stand up where your customers are?
That's not a thing, eh? Some 51-year-old goof sex offender. Yeah, this is what amazes me about people. They all stood there and watched a random old pedophile, whatever the fuck he is, grab a woman off the ground, throw her in the car. I'll take her to a hospital and take off. No one did anything to stop her. Yeah.
Jane and Finch around 8:30 tonight. Police
And,
are looking for 3 masked suspects.
Then they all call the cops. You didn't call a fucking ambulance when she was dead on the ground. You didn't stop the. I'm concerned. I think I may have witnessed a crime. Woman's being beat in the face with a brick in the back of a fucking shed somewhere. This is made up. This is totally made up. It's Hollywood. She's gonna take her. What did they call the drugs before? Not sleeping pills. What did they call them? Sedatives. Thank you. Sedatives. She took her kid out on the water. Why the kid ain't got a life jacket? Well, how come the fucking Hollywood fucking police aren't repeating over and over? Please don't go in the water if you're drunk. Please make sure children wear life jackets. Because you don't care about nothing or nobody, let alone your own kid. It's all about your quote-unquote career, and that doesn't mean something you get paid to do. It's a Hollywood career. It has to have a start and a fall. Oh, it's so sad. What if she had not done whatever she didn't do that she didn't do nothing. So far, all you can tell me she's done is she sucked dick to get the job, and she bent over to have a kid. I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't think she got no skill. She's just unqualified as a mother, and in general as a human being. Oh, it's so sad. She, nothing. Her kid lost his parent. That woman lost nothing. She's dead. She don't feel nothing no more. No, despite all the crap I just said, I don't expect that child to hear it anytime soon.
And in real live sports on Monday,
it's the child that
gave up a
loses.
2-0 lead against DC United, and the team's tied 2-2.
You're so fucking selfish, Joyce, and the kid was there screaming, "My kid, I want it here." Well, I commit mine. Exactly. Or it's foul play, but they'll never find that. So it'll be a white guy from Hollywood. About to click live. So what happens if I click live stream again on the same computer?
Make the most of what comes next. With a bank account that gives you more. With the Scotiabank Ultimate Package, you can get a boost to your savings.
Unbelievable.
In track e-transfer transactions. And a $300 welcome bonus. So make the most of what
the U.S. is China is criminal for quote-unquote seeking resources in the South China Sea or some shit. China's been, what the fuck's the U.S. doing that? Maybe this World War II shit. If you knew World War II, you'd know U.S. shouldn't be there.
If you're like me and wait for sales, this one's for you. And I'm authorized to tell you, you won't see prices this low again.
Oh, you're denigrating, putting down all the proud soldiers and Marines. No, no. You're dumb too. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm following orders. So did all of Hitler's boys. And don't make you a good person. No. So you went click on a computer. Well, you're a good person, and you think that fucking means something, and you get mad that I don't give a fuck because I wasn't there when the computer flashed that message.
Accusing the National Police Force of systemic racism.
It's not a National Police
As we
Force.
hear from 6 Cities' Marcella Bernardo, the 31-year veteran says no one ever listened to her before she quit the force in 2010.
Oh, would they? A
Lauren
woman on the
Johnson, who now
police
works
force
as a
is
trauma
dumb.
therapist, says she hopes this
Already
lawsuit
proven
makes
that
a
you hate
difference.
women and you'll shut them up for the man, or you wouldn't have got the job, stupid.
The treatment they got, I would like to help the RCMP. I have to fight for my people and I have to fight for myself.
Vancouver-based lawyer David Klein says there's also hope Hudson's case can be certified as class action by the end of this year.
The case has been filed in federal court, which can move cases fairly quickly.
No one from the RCMP is available to comment because this is now a court matter, but we have received a statement
That's not
suggesting
why.
there
That's
is
not
no
why.
room for racism
That's not
or
why.
any other kind
Oh,
of
we haven't
discrimination.
commented in 140 years, but it's because it went to court tomorrow morning.
Oh,
fuck out of here.
today, 680 business editor
Oh,
Carl
get
Garnish
the
tells us the new
fuck
model
outta
is
here.
looking to give Jeep a run for its money.
Yeah, you won't.
Utility vehicle. That's the
You just say you're gonna give Jeep a run for the money. Anybody who fucking knows the 90s, no, you ain't never gonna recover that $10 million, stupid.
removable doors and roofs.
Why? It's a Ford. Oh my God, are you fucking
The new
stupid?
Bronco starts just under $30,000 US.
Why?
including Destination charges.
What did the Bronco cost? What did the Bronco 2 cost? By the way, what are you gonna call this? It's not the Bronco, it's not the Bronco 2, is it the Bronco 3?
It was the first ever primetime product reveal across Disney's broadcast, cable, digital, and streaming properties.
What was?
At the center, I'm Carl Garnish.
You got Disney involved? Oh, by the way, Wall Street, oh, Disney's a really good investment. Everything they own is under copyright protection. How the fuck could you, what the fuck do they own? What do they own? Land? They don't even really own the land. Do you know how much they have to pay? Taxes and shit. Oh, because they kicked all the other fucking landowners out. We can make all sorts of money for you, Mr. Florida, Mr. Japan, Mr. We'll make all sorts of money for you. Oh, come on, it's Disney we're talking about. You're fucking stupid. I'm gonna do it because it's Disney. I hate you fucking people. I can see right into all your brains because they're empty.
Westbound 401, approaching Bowmanville Avenue, just slight delays through there.
Bowmanville Avenue. Is it anywhere near Bowmanville? No. Does it go to Bowmanville? No. Why would it?
Down 404, up just north of Queensville Side Road, almost near the
Queensville.
top of the 404, we have a lane long.
Queensville.
slowdowns through the construction. So those are the delays. Here comes some
What if
ramps.
Queens,
Highway
New York,
25
had been called
ramps to eastbound
Queensville?
401 shut down. The East 401 ramp to Trafalgar is closed. Southbound Trafalgar ramp to the highway is closed as well. Collector ramp to the northbound 400, that's been shut down. The ramp to North and South Allen's also blocked off. The Liberty and the Bowmanville ramps to the westbound 401 are closed. Curtis ramps to the west 401 blocked off too.
Do you know where the fuck these streets are you keep talking about? Because you talk about them in places they don't go to,
ramp
bro.
to Markham Road's closed. Southbound Avenue, North and South Allen ramps to the west 401 blocked off. Stretch of collectors closed between the Allen and approaching the 400 as well. For all your personal and corporate tax accounting needs, call Mark Feldstein and Associates Chartered Professional Accountants. Visit markfeldstein.ca. markfeldstein.ca. Your next report is at 12:01. And with the forecast, here's Natasha Renzo.
Dry tonight and kind of comfortable as well. Down to 16 degrees. Low humidity, mainly clear skies. And then tomorrow with the
That's
sun,
not fucking.
left just a few
You catch
clouds.
it all.
Slight chance of a spotty shower out through eastern Durham, 28 degrees. Should get up to 29 on Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, and then 30 with a humidex of 38 on Thursday. Mainly cloudy with sunny breaks. Not the day you want to plan to go to the beach, though. We do have a risk of thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe in nature. Tonight we're headed down to a low of 16 degrees.
Downtown Toronto this hour, clear and 20 degrees. At Pearson right now, clear and 19.
680 news time, 11:53.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Scotia iTrade. Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get started in 3 easy steps and begin your investing journey from home today. Learn more at scotiaitrade.com. Remember that sound? Could anything sound more beautiful? Remember the smell of fresh cut grass or the flag billowing in the breeze?
I remember
Target Angus Glen Golf Club. They're working hard to maintain a safe, secure environment so golfers can focus on their score and just golf. Get back to the game and escape to the fairway with Angus.
That's a car. You think you're big and bad, white boy, driving a Golf? Wow.
It's been a while. Golf is back. Visit angusglen.com for details.
We work for you.
From talking to the newsmakers
To getting the answers to what you need to know about COVID-19.
and answers about your job and finances.
If you have a question, ask it at 680news.com/answers.
680 News gets the answers.
We're in this together.
680 News, working for you.
If you haven't caught it yet, you have about a week and a half to see a comet in the night sky. Well, unless you plan to live another 1,500 years, 680's Ben Ethel tells us how to see it.
The extremely rare comet Neowise is visible to the naked eye on a clear night, about an hour after sunset just below the Big Dipper. You should use binoculars instead of a telescope and look with averted vision, not directly at it, because that makes your eyes more sensitive. That's according to Brian McNamara, professor of physics and astronomy.
You literally just invented that, bro. You literally made that. Look at it through binoculars with your eyes averted. I can't see it. You fucking seriously just said that. He seriously said that and expects you to take it seriously. Look at it with averted eyes. That means don't look at it. It literally means don't look at it. A gentleman averts his eyes. What does avert mean? Don't look at it.
So it's anyone's guess. I'm Ben Ethel.
Here in 60
You should
seconds,
use binoculars instead of a telescope because why? Because it's 100 feet away all of a sudden? Are you fucking stupid? You're not an amateur astronomer. You would know how fucking stupid you sound.
Don't get mad. Call Northwood Mortgage. Northwood takes a closer look at your financial picture. Property equity, past record, the promise of performance, and more. Northwood does everything they
Oh, I
can
got
to
killed by
improve
10
the
bed
mortgage
bugs in the
you
last
need.
24 hours.
Visit
My blood alone.
northwoodmortgage.com today.
Please set more stuff on fire.
A luxury feel with premium features. The Nissan Murano was made for the modern boss. And right now, during the Rediscover the Road sales event, lease a 2020 Nissan Murano for the equivalent of $199 bi-weekly, or get up to $5,000 cash purchase bonus on other select models.
What happened to Heroes or whatever it was called? Yeah, the fucking Japanese guy in the Versa. No, nobody knows what I'm talking about. What happened to 4,400? The guy came back, turned out to be a false prophet, didn't he? Just like every other white guy pretending to be Jesus. Wow. Jesus was black, says so in the Bible. Look at read the description again. You're adding the word white. White guy with dark skin, runs white hair. It doesn't say white skin, black hair, does it? No.
Speculation is growing that it will soon join the S&P 500. And Tesla's market value at one point today reached
Speculation is growing that something, but that's not how something joins the S&P, eh? You either meet the standards or you don't. It's not a popularity contest.
And as the rally for Tesla and tech shares cooled off, the Nasdaq did not lock in its fourth straight record close. It was a mixed finish for markets as investors digested California's decision to order businesses across the state to close their indoor operations again as coronavirus cases continue to rise in the U.S.
You're not going to accomplish that because probably the reason California is the way it is, and you got that retard as governor. I want what I want because I'm white. I want what I want because I'm white. Onboard diagnostics 2 or OBD4. Seriously, OBD4. What does it do? Nothing. The stated purpose was to reduce emissions. What has it done? Nothing. It's been 40 years. Every car in the world has it because of you little cocksuckers. California ratepayers and Parent Teachers Association. The kids in question are older than me now.
As for the TSX, it was down by 74
Every single one of these cocksuckers has bought 14 fucking cars in this time.
Oil fell by 1.1%.
It's newer, so it's better for the environment. Why do I keep reaching for that?
1/100 of a cent. 73.3 cents for
the RCMP's stated purpose is to suppress the Indian problem, eliminate the Eskimos by eliminating the Eskimo dog. They are not Canada's national police force. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're Canada's official paramilitary. You hate these keywords. Official paramilitary force. Canada's official paramilitary force. Oh, that's right, paramilitary. Military force for use inside the country against the citizens and civilians. The Canadian forces are absolutely forbidden from firing on civilians and shit. Like they're not law enforcement and they're not population control. No, if someone shoots at them and they have a gun, they will shoot back. Here's the problem. They've been telling the whole public around the world that they send the soldiers out every fucking day with no bullets. They're all carrying guns with no bullets. And then they told the whole world that Nathan Priscilla's dead. I was bitching about that long before he got killed. They put out the story that some lone white guy with a gun, a revolver, he went back to his desk and he got the lone revolver, the only gun in Ottawa. That's what they meant by that. And he was ducking around to call him. He only had, how many shots the revolver had? I don't think they knew for sure what kind of gun it was. Was it at 5, 6?
In Oakville, it is 20 degrees.
No, this is the conversation they're having before they fucking write the story.
Clear and
A year later, it comes out, oh, 6 Canadian Forces members with machine guns are shooting at the guy. The lone cowboy story just disappears. No mention of it. What happened to that guy? What happened to him? We don't know. I know what happened to Priscilla. What happened to him, though?
Making news this hour.
3 men are in hospital, one with
You'll get bullets. Their solution after this was to tell them not to wear their uniforms anymore. So you got fucking retarded Latinos. I wish I was indigenous. I'm white. You're wearing the wrong uniform. Really? Really? You think you're white and I'm not in the army because of the uniform? Really? Wow. You know your Somali friend's going to get both you marked up, man.
The Toronto Maple Leafs return to camp. TFC gets back on the field.
Well, Somalis hate Somali. You no matter how many Somali friends I have, if they're going to pop up randomly and they happen to be Somali, then I'd say, yeah, it was a Somali guy. I don't really have it. I'm not the one creating this situation.
Research paper says the annual inflation rates reported in April and May were likely slightly off target.
What?
680 News Time, 1201.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Good morning.
I didn't know one.
Hey, good morning. It's a pretty good drive out there. So if you're on the eastbound,
Did he just officially give us the first good morning?
You're going to have a hard time getting on from Highway 25.
The other guy was saying good morning to him. He said good morning to us.
To Trafalgar's block, as
I'm
well
gonna
as
twist
the
it. Hey, where's your dog?
to the eastbound 401. We also have, as you approach the 427, it's 3 left lanes that are closed off now. So it's down to single file as you approach the 427. And we are seeing delays.
It's a left lane, 2 center lanes, or 2 left and a right. That is not 3 left lanes.
Not a huge deal. You're in the collectors and they're moving well. The collector
Ask the road. The road will tell you those ones are on the left and those ones are on the right. You are on the right and you think you're on the left.
Collectors, but no more delays. The ramp to North and South Allen's been closed off. We have a bunch of express lanes closed, pretty much from the 404 right through to east of Port Union, but collectors is moving well. The Liberty and Bowmanville ramps to the West 401 shut down. The Curtis Road ramps to the West 401 blocked off too. As you approach Brock Street, down to a single left lane, but no more delays. Northbound
I should hire myself, bro. I will sleep in your bed bug infested house. Kill the bed bugs with my bad blood.
Also shut down this
morning. $1
northbound 404 north of Queensville.
Kill the rats! Kill the rats! Give me 50 cents a head. I kill the rats. Oh fuck! I wish I knew the name of that movie. Oh, there's some fucking B movie, some low end fucking teenage horror movie that somehow had all the best work put into it. Like the year 2002 or something.
Young Street Aurora, featuring fine Yamaha products, exclusive one price online store.
Everybody thinks you're crazy.
Call Surfa Motorsports now and experience 100% white glove service. Next report at 12:11, and with the forecast, here's Adam Style.
We're going to head back to seasonal temperatures during the day today. A high of 28 in the forecast. Looks like some sunshine into the morning. Clouds building in as we head into the afternoon, but the GTA should stay dry. Later in the day, winds will shift to the southeast up to about 15 kilometers per hour. Today, a high of 28.
Calling the 680 News listener line. To record a comment to be used in our sound off feature, which airs Saturdays and Sundays, press 1.
Which I haven't done in 4 years.
But our programming, which will not be used on the air, press 2. Thanks for calling the
680 News listener line. Good news story.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press.
Yeah, we just heard you run that white glove service ad. Again, I'm explaining something to you again. The white glove service line came out in marketing to let the white people know there would be no nigger hands touching their precious material possessions. They run this tagline on the side of delivery trucks. I'm going to let you know something. Since it's us providing the direct support to municipalities, since it's us providing the support to logistics, the only trucks that ain't going to be safe out there is that company's trucks. Keep running your ad. Keep running your mouthwash while go on. Watch. You'll see.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3, 2.
Yeah, we just heard you run that white glove service ad. Again, I'm explaining something to you again. The white glove service line came out in marketing to let the white people know there would be no nigger hands touching their precious material possessions. They run this tagline on the side of delivery trucks. I'm going to let you know something. Since it's us providing the direct support to municipalities, since it's us providing the support to logistics, the only trucks that ain't going to be safe out there is that company's trucks. Keep running your ad. Keep running your mouthwash while go on. Watch. You'll see.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. To re-record it, 4. To add to it, 5. To discard it, 6.
Okay, I can't send it as urgent.
No message has been sent.
I can't send it as urgent.
If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.
666. No.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry. Hello. I did not recognize that as a valid entry. Hello.
42.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
21.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
4.
Spell the last and first name, then press pound. For Q, press 7. For Z, press
R-O-G.
Enter more letters. To enter a new
E-R-S.
Enter more letters. To enter a new name, press star.
What are they gonna do? Every time we fucking say a racist ad, we get a threatening message in the middle of the night, but we don't know when they're listening, when they're not listening. We don't know where they are when they're not. Is that really what my voice sounds like? I'm gonna have to watch this video and find out. That's what my voice sounds like. It will explain something. There's a look people get on their face when they go, "You're not. You're." Oh, gee, I can't even do it. That's how bad it is. The words are "you're not black" or "why do you think you're black" or "you're white," like whichever one it is. They get this look on their face, like they're lying to a. I was only doing 55, sir. Like, because the voice sets them on. I didn't think about that. Even if I wasn't talking like a ghetto thug, I was trying not to, because that ain't gonna get us nowhere. No, it's not because they won't take it seriously. It's because they'll try. Oh, it's a bunch of random thug. They won't put two and two together that they're military. They refuse to see that everything that's done in their world is done by us. They refuse to see it.
Like an angel with the darkest sins, you can't fly with the carpet wings. So I had to watch him sink like agnostic shit. It's like I built this on my own, no partnership. I did it solo, nigga, this my nigga, so I shot it up solo. Words to my nigga, the clip spilled for the phone. Everyone keeping the same gun, but different angles, because I was taking funny places to be see where I'm from, man, know that the truly got Liverpool, man, turn your liver to a polar blood, it's that real. Gas pill, but the gas will, and the thing gets stashed in the backfield. And I'm like, niggas been snaking and all that. You know I'm a boss, I took a break, but I'm taking it all back. Handle stuff, cause I stop that. Guns with suppressors like I'm ready for combat. Yo, A-Star, tell these fuck niggas beyond that. It's one phone call, 7 niggas in all black. Be ready, nigga. Hop back and blow deadly, nigga. Stays in my hand, can't talk it, it's too heavy, nigga. Yeah. Hop back and blow deadly, nigga. Stays in my hand, can't talk it, it's too heavy, nigga.
You don't run around with a gun in your belt anyway. Some niggas shoot their own balls off, man. He's talking about the 10, man. Whichever one this is, it is good. All over my fingers. Look, my nails look dirty as weed. It really is weed under my nails. I don't use that. If it's a big chunk like this, while I'm still rolling it, I'll try and re-roll it, but generally speaking, I'm throw it on the floor. Where's the next song?
The West End City.
This girl does a redo of
I'm from the West End.
Mob Deep, whichever one it was.
I'm from the West End.
I'm not condoning no violence. These youngins is wild.
I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End.
Yeah, you're still kissing white people's asses.
I'm coming straight from the West End. Move from the Jane to the West End. Watch how you talk when you walk through my hood, cause you know that my niggas be pressing. Heavy artillery weapons. Ain't really into the questions. I ain't condoning no violence. These youngins are wildin', they move kind of reckless.
Punch you in the damn face, you're gonna condone some violence, man.
Stay cheese, a familiar face taxing nigga. Safety, didn't even want to flex nigga. You make me. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. I knew from a youngin' that I be the one I hit starting. Now all of these rappers is bugging. You live in the birds and you act like you
Came up from nothing. Shout out to my niggas on the plaza. Lane to connect.
All I want.
Like Gaza. When I roll my backwood, better have
The others don't get shot at.
When I'm my iPhone charger. Wallahi, my Molly's a rock, yeah. Abdi Muhammad Mustafa. African man, that's my barber. Jamaican man, that's my shopper. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. These rappers, they lie in the booth. Lie in the booth. What's then got the realest? Just look at the proof. I'm living proof. The city's so litty cause we got the juice. We got the juice. So we got the juice. I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? Getting strict, jungle to the Rex we deep. I can tell a West End nigga by the way you speak, Birds chirping loud in the hood, always lose they beaks. Know that shotty with bodies got dumped in the creek. Stop, freeze, boy, that mean looking for me. The chick I got that degree, what do you mean? Bitch, you don't know what I seen. Bitch, you ain't been on the scene. Record is clean, I'm too wavy. Make her give me.
What can I say? MCs should have other ways of making money. Well, all these idiots do brag while they don't do nothing else for money. Okay. You're all looking for somebody else to approve you. Who the fuck is fucking... Oh, God, I can't remember his name. Tiger. He stole the name from a Toronto crack dealer. That's a bad thing to do. Which lets us think, honey, cocaine. I thought you were a drug dealer from Toronto. How you not know Tiger? You not know Tiger from Jane Finch, crack dealer like you from crack dealer from Jane. You lying. And so is your fucking boy, who happens to legally be a pedophile. Well, I didn't write the rules in that jurisdiction, so I always forget. Yeah, Tiger's girlfriend, the boy-girl thing from the boy-girl's boyfriend, the Kardashians. They all look like dudes. They all look like dudes with plastic surgery. The cyclist dude went crazy and went that plastics, didn't he? Because they all... Oh. Well, anyway, that tells you where Tiger's head is at. He's gay and a pedophile. Yeah, both simultaneously, which is weird because the pedophile part, you have to be told the age of consent is this or that age, and you go, oh, okay, then logically you know that because the fucking age of consent is so fucking high. It's actually possible to be gay and a pedophile at the same time in that state. Oh, you're heroes. You're heroes. They would never do anything. I'm bad for doing this or that. All right. Let's report him. He called himself suicide, so he's trying to kill himself, so that's bad for my kids that are there for my use. Well, you're just animals, and the Bible says that we're here to dominate the animals. That's interesting. So in the Bible, if I was an animal, I took your head off and ate it, I wouldn't go to hell, because I'm an animal. You told me that after you told me I was going to hell, so I'm just trying to clear it up. I'm going to kill you anyway. All this shit is as bad as hearing the black person complaining about, oh, they stole the land, you gave me the Bible. Why are you complaining? Pick up a tool, you stupid. Remind you don't know nothing about the Moors. You don't know nothing about the Moors. You don't know nothing about the Moors. They put it on Seinfeld, the joke about the misspelling and Trivial Pursuit, to highlight the fact everybody knows about that except black people in the United States. Why is that? They put it on Seinfeld, knowing a lot of black people did watch the show, but the executives assumed, oh, no black people watch this show. Well, who the fuck would have give a fuck if Michael Richards is racist and black people didn't watch the show? Wait a second. Black people found out Michael Richards copied word for word, split second timing, all the breathing, everything, a movie scene. Oh, we would have done this and we would have done that, and you would have had to stick up your ass and egg for all that weirdo shit he said. came from a movie from like 1980 or some shit. I've seen the video with Michael Richards' voice over it. There's some weirdo white guy I've never seen before doing this scene in a movie. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. Back in the 80s, you put all sorts of shit together and fucking release it, and nobody'd say nothing. Oh, he's a big racist. It's still the same white guy's narrative. Oh, you should hate this guy because he's racist. Okay. So here, we'll play the tape for you. Play the tape. Okay. White guys talking to each other, going, yeah, see, it's pure Satanism. We played them the tape. That's pure. We shared the information with them. That's consenting. That's accepting. Because you don't know. It's a fucking stolen scene from another movie. So where's the racism coming? If it's racist, that's from 40 years earlier or some shit. Oh, this is all technical. Oh, black people are expected to be responsible for everything for generations earlier. White people get, oh, it was a long time ago. White people literally try to make the argument that they're used to having stuff, so therefore taking it away from them. It's horribly traumatic. And black people are getting treated racist for so long, it would fuck them up if we stopped. This is their logic. And that's the logic. Let's go by the real truth, which is white people can get killed off on this land for a long fucking time. Way more than any Indians. Oh, yes. Yeah, see, you have to be very careful how you phrase things. You're always talking about the worst mass shooting in American history. It's Pine Ridge. It's always been Pine Ridge. And then the other thing. So when you tell them that, correct, when they're like, oh, this shooting at the country thing in Nevada, you know what? All you fucking racist, white supremacists, garbage people with too much money. That man saw himself in all of you and decided to eliminate it. Pop, 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 pop. What's he doing? Nothing but killing people. Why? No reason. Why? Because he got all the money in the world and he's an empty person, just like all of you who all crowded into the kill room floor. This is good. It's very crowded here. This is good. You all brought it upon yourselves. Then you hear the white people come back with, yeah, we have been killing off all the Indians for a long time. No. More white people have been killed by Indians than the other way around. Period. Period. Oh, you've been trying to put it on blacks. Make black people feel bad, feel responsible. Yeah, you know, this whole time you've been captive. It's your fault all these other things happening. They don't want the black people to know about the natives killing the white people. Oh, I know if everybody closes their doors, sticks to themselves for a year, you know who's going to survive and who's not. All you white people have no idea how to survive on this land. And it's funny. It's funny, just like this motherfucker here, because all we did since we met you people was teach you how to survive. And the problem is they pop and explode, and I don't know where they go. The wind is blowing this way. Was it Lennon or somebody? One of these things. Oh, one day the red man and the black man and the yellow man will team up against the white man. The joke was, at the time, it was already happening. How can we get the audience really on point here? How can we keep them hooked? Let's tell them the future. Like we did on the last one and the last one. Cannot reveal things we know, but we can tell them what will happen in the future. One day, the red man and the yellow man and the black man going to team up and stop the white man. But that was said in the fucking 60s or 70s, wasn't it? The Black Panthers, which nobody wants to. This is why you get media silence sometimes. It's so that later on, fucking stupid. Later on, you can go through the history books and not find any reference. It's why for a long time you couldn't find any proof that there were black soldiers or Indian soldiers in World War I and II, or Vietnam or Korea or whatever. You couldn't find any proof of things like the first black cab driver, for example. Elijah Gray invented the telephone. Put his application in first, and that is the excuse given for why it didn't get processed. Oh, well, we used to do it from the top to the bottom. We used to do last in, first out. Really? Well, how does that nigger know last in, first out? Because it's not last in, first out. It's first in, first out. Oh, it's a big hole. Fuck. The guy that spit in my face, he's probably dead. Everybody that's fucked with me, the bad things happen to them. Oh, I got COVID. Okay, well, I could have been running around the last 6 months going, shit, I don't know what's going to have it, and I'm just afraid to get it. Now we know. Lax and McMack can fight this shit off and be better for it. But if you got sickle cell, it's going to damage your lungs. It's going to make your acute chest syndrome worse. This is COVID-19, which is like B-19. That's right. Doug Hammond at Blue Earth Central Salvation Army is a white supremacist. The black person that came up going like this with his head down to Doug and let him touch him on the forehead. Oh, go get your hand sanitizer, good nigger. You got the meal, and I didn't. The police have already been called. That's funny. You spit in my face after trying to 3 times. The 4th time you got me. I've done nothing but move away from you. You called the cops. You're yelling that the cops have already been called. Oh, so you had Buddy call them when you saw me coming up the parking lot. Because you knew you were going to spit in my face. I don't care how old you are. You put your hands on me. Because you're the white man that's going to stick his dick wherever he wants. You think my grandmother never told me about people like you? And Buddy, if you're ever at that fucking location again, you're done. And as for Buddy that tried to suck my dick, claiming I sucker punched him, the pictures of his license plate and him all over the place. He's got pictures of me on his Instagram. It's indisputable. It's indisputable who's who, eh?
They wanna date me. I got the sauce, gravy. More than they cannot replace me. Cause
Sauce and gravy, so one of those is sexual, and one of those is white. Oh. I'm picking apart everybody with it.
I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Yo, I'm coming straight from the West End. Move from the Jane to the West End. Watch how you talk when you walk through my hood, cause you know that my niggas be pressing. Heavy artillery weapons. Ain't really into the questions. I ain't condoning no violence.
Why'd you just say my niggas be pressing? Watch how you talk. Oh, the way
niggas say cheese. I'm familiar face hats a nigga. Safety, didn't even wanna slap the nigga. He made me. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. I knew from a youngin' that I be the one I hit something. Now all of these rappers is bugging. You live in the birds and you act like you came up from nothing. Shout out to my niggas on the plaza. Lane to connections, Southside Gaza. When I roll my backwood, better house robber. Never leave the house without my iPhone charger. Wallahi, my Molly's a rocker. Abdi Muhammad Mustafa. African man, that's my barber. Jamaican man, that's my shot. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. These rappers, they lie in the booth. Lie in the booth. What's that got the realest? Just look at the proof.
They never talk about that.
The city's so litty cause we got the juice. We got the juice.
There's almost no other job you can learn in jail and then use under jail. Which one?
I'm from the West End.
The guys who make these jumpsuits, that's it. And we don't have a sweatshop industry in Ontario anymore. So.
I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? Strip, Jungle to the Rex, we deep. Rex, we deep. I can tell a West End nigga by the way you speak, by the way you speak. Birds chirping loud in the hood, always lose they beaks, lose they beaks. Know that shotty with bodies got dumped in the creek. Stop, freeze, what I mean looking for me. The chick I got that degree, what do you mean? Bitch, you don't know what I seen. Bitch, you ain't been on the scene. Record is clean, I'm too wavy. Make a men wanna date me. I got the sauce, gravy. More than they cannot replace me. Cause I'm from the West End. Bitch, nigga, better watch that top and find out you top to the cops. Don't wanna turn hot on your block. I'm from the West End.
Oh, she's not condoning no violence.
So you claim you a bad man, but gal with a bad gal crew. Let me show you what a bad gal do. But you didn't know that I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying?
Everybody's gonna do this. Everybody's gonna do that. Everybody's gonna do this. So what I do there, I don't know, passed up from the doorway to drug customers.
Why don't you come around here and I'll make you feel right at home? From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on, the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prey horizon. Doesn't move, chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you.
I realize it's going to pretty much every fucking team.
And I can get it done, so baby, give me home and I can give you
think you got away with something.
Keep it PG, but you see what I mean.
You won't hear these people make a big scene. Oh, I went to Toronto, and you know what happened? They threw some shit in my face about being connected to a company 20 fucking years ago and threatened to fucking choke me. Buddy pulled out the gun and put it to my head right then. And it went click bang, and it was right next to my ear. But who the fuck would say all that shit? Nobody. All these companies always changing the names of these switch for one can you work for, one company you work for. Oh, who's gonna know? All them dumb niggers don't know how to search for U.S. government paperwork. Hey, they're Canadian. Who runs all your fucking NSA intelligence? Hey, you didn't want to come into World War II, then you did, then you still think Britain treats you as a friend. 800 years, you think the last 40 is the relevant ones.
And I can do a thing, so we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing, so do your thing. And I can do a thing, so we
There's a reason the Canadian government will not acknowledge the Watertown Treaty. And they won't enroll me or deny my application to the CIA. They won't deny it. Twice in a row, no response. Really, no response. Who the fuck gets no response? Oh, you're fucking garbage. Why are you a fucking why are you paying $2 for a little leaky plastic bottle of water out there?
Sherry's right another
I
one.
don't understand.
They like young Driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up off the body and you pouring hot. Young Driller when they let you on the cat. They like young Driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up off the body and you pouring hot.
When's the last time I saw one of those trucks? Last week on Campbell Avenue when niggas got shot up 3 days ago. White glove service. White glove service. They latex. We throw them in
Shut up, I get the kitchen with the texture. If you owe me money low, nigga, I'm collecting. I need that bag, I gotta get it, nigga, cause I'm next up. Diamond dancing on my neck, she like the way I'm flexing. Every time I pull up, I'm just stepping. EGC, that's the gang, they know what I'm rapping. I go hard for my block in my intersection. Just came home, now I'm laughing. First day out and I'm cashing. This is half metal, half plastic. And if a nigga try around me, I'ma blast it. Head a dope when I'm blasted. Headshot, no chest, leave one close casket. They like young driller when they let you on the gas.
I'm a fucking masterpiece. I got your head in a casket with no face. All the accusations of no bliss. Like a virgin put in the water.
I like girl beats when they let you out the bank. Push you out the bank and you got many men. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. Never locking in the streets, man, I'm on the side. And if the niggas slipping, then we always fighting. All my niggas tripping, yeah, we never riding. Yeah, we never riding. Never locking in the streets, man, I'm always fighting. Catch the niggas slipping, then we slipping fighting. All my niggas winning, yeah, we really riding. Yeah, we really riding, yeah, I'm really firing. And bad bitches really running, but I'm really hiding. Can't be slipping now, nigga, I be really firing. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up with the money and you going out. Young driller when they let you on the cat.
Money vibrations and shit, man.
They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up with the money and you going out. I like girl beats when they let you on the cat. Push you out the bank and you got many men. Young niggas get a pop, man. We just young niggas get a pop, man. We get a pop, man. We just young niggas get a pop, man.
That's a Chrysler V8. It's fire.
Write another one. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Heard you came up off the body and you going out. Young driller when they let you on the cat. When they let you on the cat. Heard you came up off the body and you going out. I like girl beats when they let you on the bank. Push you out the bank and you got many men. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. Never locking in these streets, but we stay strapped up. First shut up, back in the kitchen whipping extras. If you owe me money, little nigga, I'm collecting. I need that bag, I gotta get it, nigga, cause I'm next up. Diamond dancing on my neck, she like the way I'm flexing. And every time I pull up, I'm just stepping. EGC, that's the gang, they know what I'm rapping. I go hard for my block in my intersection. Just came home, now I'm laughing. First day out and I'm cashing. This heat, half metal, half plastic. And if a nigga try around me, I'ma blast it. Head a dope when I'm blasted. Headshot, no chest, leave him close casket. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up with the money and you going out.
Morbid, you have a no, it's culturally acceptable. Then in Kirkhoff, what's answer? You can't use any of that to label me as mentally ill. No, because it's culturally accepted in my culture. What's your Dutch culture? They keep it real when it comes to that. You wanna lie, drunk of a band, Santa Claus and Black Pete. Black Pete with all gold teeth and that one.
Yeah, we really riding. Yeah, we really riding. Yeah, we really firing. And bad bitches really running, but I'm really hiding. Can't be slipping now, nigga. I be really firing. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up with the money and you going out. Young driller when they let you on the cat. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up with the money and you going out. I like girl beats when they let you on the bank. Push you out the bank and you got many men. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. We get it pop, man. When it's young niggas get a pop, man. My feet going rock climbing. All these niggas saying they rocked up, boy, none of them ain't got diamonds. Right, they not riding. Only thing I'm ducking is a cop siren. I'm all driving, go across an island, till I find hide about 5 highs, and I'm not lying, so stop trying. Why the fuck is you lying? Damn, man, look like you back at it again. But them waves have to look like the why I still ride. These drum ass. Lord have mercy, y'all, these niggas sound like ragamuffins. Daddy, man, I had a jumping. Together, stack attack like one-on-one with Donkey. A crossover layer, maybe I might just stand with Donkey. Bodies on top of bodies, I had a costumes bunking, I pulling up in no front. American most of that foot. Let's take it back to that raw. 10 man to that store. Yo, the pink flying under the number 4. When the number show, that's 100 more. I got 100 cars on the belly boy for the rugged raw with a lion's paw. Lion's paw for my lion kid. I got a iron paw with a press niggas. I Africa. You niggas soft like boy. You niggas want drama for. And our mind niggas are responding like dinosaurs playing Diana Ross.
Catch any of that?
My feet going rock climbing. All these niggas saying they rocked up, boy, none of them ain't got diamonds. Right, they not riding. Only thing I'm ducking is a cop siren.
Who's the audience? Shit.
Why the fuck is you lying? Damn, man, look like you back at it again. But them waves had to look like the why I still ride. These drum ass. Lord have mercy, y'all, these niggas sound like ragamuffins. Daddy, man, I had a jumping. Together, stack attack like one-on-one with Donkey. A crossover layer, maybe I might just stand with Donkey.
I would still be blasting if I was the last.
American most of that foot. Let's take it back to that raw. 10 man to that store. Yo, the big fun under the number 4. When the number show, that's 100 more. I got 100 cars on the belly boy for the rugged raw with a lion's paw. Lion's claw for my iron king. I got a iron paw with a press niggas. I Africa. You niggas soft like why? You niggas want drama for. And our mind niggas are responding like dinosaurs playing Diana Ross. To get my body across like an arrow does. Beware of us. New Toronto, we're old Toronto, same shit. Nah, just keep 6, cause 6 up whenever Drake snitch.
New Toronto streets where the shooting happened before. Old Toronto streets with the other shit. You're not listening, Mark. Go home. You're done. You're out of here. Go home. I laid it all out for you. What was I supposed to do? How many fucking Toronto streets in? Listen to stupid white boy. All the niggas laughing because they know I'm talking about. If they see it or not, they laugh.
R.I.P. Gaza. Huh?
This is just the most efficient way I have.
The hardest out and I ain't gonna quit. I'ma kill it and the streets is my accomplice. I'm only being honest. I'm here to make a statement. But fuck making statements. This a fucking promise. Heard niggas want my head. These niggas saw me. I'm running and I'm charging on the wheels like black stallions. I ain't with the rest.
You need to go to the doctor. Everybody wear the mask.
Bitches view my shit and start praying. But the niggas hating and they wishing they were on it. Then they start switching and snitching to the sergeant. My niggas got pants in their pants, no wallet. Plus I got plans for the George Brown College. And little fans who can barely speak English. 30-year OGs and girlies in great text. Fans that know all, even the rich kids. Niggas with Baroni and whips, rapping pencils. Listen to a quick 16 before they shoot shit. 416, Ronnie's one in the district.
Nazi pilots.
You got the ruthless, the boys they don't got no aim. Cause you're useless. I'm too sick, barrel long like a ball stick. You will need 2 hands just to use it. Put it to his lips and lick. No fusion. We don't
with the M14 out the bucket.
Put it to your
That's the stupid truck stood up and said, fuck it. Oh, that's a M4. I don't think you
she don't even want no dick. She wants hold on. Talking to me like I'm the rest. And I'm a niggas in coma. Stop you in the middle of your no front arm. Shooting with my left arm. Ain't even my short arm. Still get him back. Way quicker than the backside. I'm a boss and I work in Hell's Kitchen. So if he fuck up or moves up, I start getting.
You're a fucking great, man.
This motherfucker. For them, I do the right shit. In the studio, go to work, no vacation. R.I.P. Tyson, I don't gotta say shit. Your bro already knows who's riding when they eat it. Back to my rap shit. Trying to make the Forbes list. He's all constant, holding, hoping.
I'm not taking this. I'm laughing at you if you're taking it seriously. I'm laughing at the concept of it now, bro.
3 flicks.
street fuck
He's
niggas.
better off writing commercials for Smith and Wesson. They the best in the fucking what keeps you and me always keeps someone burning down the guest houses in public. I'm not running public housing. Hold on, what the fuck's that housing missing for? One beat, really? Oh, yeah, see? Oh, that irritation, that inflammation is horrible, but it calms about 60 to 120 seconds after they bite. What the fuck am I fucking picking them up so quick? Oh, these little bastards are just getting their lips wet when I feel them. That's why I catch them running away when their stomach hurt. Oh.
Yeah. F4TG.
I was able to figure out. There's some of them to fucking have something numbs your skin or something.
On the hip, niggas know they walk with the Glock. Any type of beef, then they pop in them shots. Like nigga, better get out of the way.
This one
When I
twice,
shoot, I don't miss, okay?
It's not nice coming around here
all
such
day.
black guys
Niggas
black
want
guys.
what?
They don't get along and they don't fuck around.
I swear through swear, I hop out. The clip long, the bullets pop out. You see that nigga? He shaking, looking like a mental patient. Nah, nigga, I ain't got no patience. You see how the cake shaking? You sound like an earthquake. You can get earth today, nigga. His name is Dave. It's real shit. When we pulling up, pop shit. I hit him up. Don't give not one fuck. You hear me screaming? This shit is real. I don't even need a
Running up
fucking
in your
record
face
deal.
with a rusty razor
Niggas don't know
screaming
I got street
danger.
deal.
Don't you remember the
Yo, so whole clip no swear.
Save the danger. Everybody's coming through acting like they
Yo, the whole clip
got
no
the
swear.
Rover with a stolen Ranger, looking like a state trooper or a Lone Ranger. Helen Puff.
Shiny boy, nigga, you hear that? Murder gang poppin', something like beer caps. Cocaine chopping, nigga, that's beer facts. Never let the ops win, blocking like airwax. They hear that? Looking back, couple of niggas in there for made it. When we dropped this shit, knew a couple of niggas that hate it. Thinking to the death, the breath, the fact related. Seeing different mothers, but niggas always related. They didn't hear me. Rolling with killers, I know they got it up. See us in the streets, but never take us for poppy show. Holding out his hammer, his head.
Wouldn't it be great if the cops were telling you the truth and that's just some crazy white boy doesn't know what you're talking about? Okay, how come all my health problems add up? Eventually my stories add up.
He's on the wire. His whole crew looking like a choir. Niggas singing.
Who the fuck brought the Brady Bunch?
Made a short stop like Cal Ripken. Flipping, prison out white like Don Christians. Nipping on this pig farm like Rob Picton.
I'ma still shine light on your grave and send shots to them boys who threw dirt on your name. It's no lie, better run when them shouts are check. It's 7-5, but I still fuck with hella sets that are alive. I needed 10 bands to try to move so far. Never took the niggas back, but I left some shouts out.
Since like 82, what the fuck you
Dedicated to
gonna
the
do
rock,
when the
built
ladies
friendships,
do
I was getting to the guap. And me and Nyneteen, we was setting up the shop. I was moving shit quick while I was shipping up the side. Our operation led to an operation and all. Everything we did was always beneficial for the squad. Trapped all day, yeah, I trapped all day. And I got it out the mud, you could ask Trap God J. Just let me, nigga, don't tempt me, nigga. Nigga, slap it under, so I ain't no 10th Street, nigga, from the old school. No ski mask, we wore nylon. The feds getting me posted on the corner like a pylon.
If you don't stop the banks and your descendants will be stuck on the corner begging for change off the land that they created, built over, whatever. I know it's a white guy line. That's the reason it don't perfectly fit. If you stand at the side of the river, what's it called, long enough, you'll see the bodies of your enemies float by. If you sell weed on the corner long enough, you're gonna see all the people that fucked with you get shot in the fucking head, turned into crackheads, prostitutes. Go crazy. Killing a nigga's easy. Watching him the next fucking 5, 10, 20 years fuck his life up, that is fucking beautiful. What you gonna do, Dark Knight Saunders? You're gonna join the dark side. What the fuck? You're like the dark side of the dark side. You should go home while you still can. Britain's gonna lock down still in the next 2 weeks. What do you think's gonna happen? Moron. Well, you don't follow British politics because you're over here. You should because you're from there. That's just complete. Like, if you don't even care about where you're from, how are you going to care about here? Stupid. You think we're stupid?
King Cobra, cannot the scales off a python. Creeping through your crib, you better sleep with the lights on. Nightmares always seen stepping out the front door. Black forces war zone, what you think I keep a gun for? Try to battle me and my team, nigga, you done for. A crowd of niggas, that's what a young boy on the bus for. Ride my niggas, just ride,
I
beat
see
it on
the
it
four
right now.
towers
No
of power,
props when you
24
done,
hours
give the
looking
eyes a
out my
wipe down.
window.
All day I dream of those straps, we got stripes now, but don't get ahead of yourself. They knock your lights off.
Stripes, I got leopard spots. I got more white than that leopard guy. You really know what the fuck I'm talking about, snow leopards. The Toronto fucking zoo. All anyone knows about that. Well, I was searching the history, but they'd never have. There were never, ever. The first thing I was going to say at the top of the page, no, there were never, ever snow tigers at the Toronto Zoo. Richard. We watched The Net. You ain't gonna surprise us with nothing making people disappear, right?
Go out to whoever made this beat.
Sandra Bullock.
YG, you did your thing, man. But no disrespect. I ain't no nigga. I'm a ride for my motherfucking native. Most likely I'ma die with my finger on the trigger. I've been grinding outside all day with my natives, and I ain't going in unless I'm with my native, 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 my motherfucking native, my 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 motherfucking native. Yeah, I'ma ride, I'ma die, and I'ma do it for my natives. Swooping and we're hooping, and I do it for my natives, for my natives. I put on for my natives, I surround for my natives, for my natives. I do this for my natives, I do this for my people, I do this for my tribe, I do this for myself. I gotta stay alive. My natives know what's up, cause my natives throw it down. Got my natives all around, from my town to your town. It ain't no problem, we do the damn thing. Posted with my BF, 59, 50 fitted, all red, everything, and you heard me right. I be swooping and we're hooping all damn night. I do this for my natives, I do this for my natives. We keep on hating, but I'm just demonstrating. I'm just demonstrating the ways I was shown. I was born and bred for the rest, that's why I call it home. You can leave me alone if you don't want problems. Me and my natives, yeah, we always gotta solve some. Cook that beef so we can eat and get about the day.
Just like the CD, if I pull this off, will the whole top half of the joint come off?
I've been grinding outside all day with my natives, and I ain't going in unless I'm with my native, 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 my motherfucking native, my 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 motherfucking native. Go out to whoever made this beat. YG, you did your thing, man. But no disrespect, I ain't no nigga. I'ma ride for my motherfucking native. Most likely I'ma die with my finger on the trigger. I've been grinding outside all day with my natives, and I ain't going in unless I'm with my native, 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 my motherfucking native, my 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 motherfucking native. I'ma ride, I'ma die, and I'ma do it for my natives. Swooping and we're hooping, and I do it for my natives, for my natives. I put on for my natives, I surround for my natives, for my natives. I do this for my natives, I do this for my people, I do this for my tribe, I do this for myself. I gotta stay alive. My natives know what's up, cause my natives throw it down. Got my natives all around, from my town to your town. It ain't no problem, we do the damn thing. Posted with my BF, 59, 50 fitted, all red, everything, and you heard me right. I be swooping and we're hooping all damn night. I do this for my natives, I do this for my natives. We keep on hating, but I'm just demonstrating. I'm just demonstrating the ways I was shown. I was born and bred for the rest, that's why I call it home. You can leave me alone if you don't want problems. Me and my natives, yeah, we always gotta solve some. Cook that beef so we can eat and get about the day. I'ma ride, I'ma die, I'ma do it for my natives. I'ma ride for my motherfucking natives. Most likely I'ma die with my finger on the trigger. I've been grinding outside all day with my natives, and I ain't going in unless I'm with my native, 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 my motherfucking native, my native, my native, my native, my native.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your homie AP about paper, D Block, BDS.
Move up first on my block. You can find us by the entrance. So stay on the ground, fucking forensics. Hey, clear, you wanna be friends? Next, let's click. I don't think you understand. We're gonna have no fucking choice but to click. Shut the fuck up, or else you're gonna have to super glue.
Why she said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and their chest. Why she said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and their chest. I love the ring when it falls, yeah, I'm blessed. For the fame and the cars and the jets. I had them thinking I was God to the psych. I never let them live the life you would die for. Hell, I can't say I'm the lifeguard. Maybe you can get the D, but I might charge. Pull up to the spot, they're like, who is that there? Hands up, give me the loot like a cashier. What you thought? Are you dumb? I don't play shit. I'll kill you and your brother with the same clip. All that bullshit you been talking, boys, ain't shit. I'm a different man now, leave your face. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest, y'all. Spots and I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell cases in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they give good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. These motherfuckers will be dead, but I can never die. I'm the reason why your wife said she met a guy. 2 minutes in a push it just to get inside. Yeah, we are not the same kind. You gotta pay dues, I already paid twice. Y'all don't make moves, all you do is waste time. I'ma always be woke while you haters stay live. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man.
Hold on.
Go shout to whoever made this beat. YG, you did your thing, man.
Yeah.
I moved the first tracks from a total different niggas ain't give a fuck. This
Watch said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. I love the rain when it falls, yeah, I'm blessed. For the fame and the cars and the jets. I had them thinking I was God to the psych ward. I never let them live the life you would die for. Hell out who I can't save or I'm no lifeguard. Maybe you can get the D, but I might charge. Pull up to the spot, they're like, who is that there? Hands up, give me the loot like a cashier. What you thought? Are you dumb? I don't play shit. I'll kill you and your brother with the same clip. All that bullshit you been talking, boys, ain't shit. I'm a different man now, leave your face. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like
I didn't just make it up.
yeah, I bet.
See
the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and their chest, yo. First spot, then I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell cases in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they give good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. These motherfuckers will be dead, but I can never die. The reason why your wife said she met a guy. 2 minutes in a push it just to get inside. Yeah. We are not the same kind. You gotta pay dues, I already paid twice. Y'all don't make moves, all you do is waste time. I'ma always be woke while you haters stay live. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning.
I'm noticing something else. A little piece of weed, a little piece of tobacco will set my skin off like crazy for some reason. I'm never used to that. There's always one. There's always one. Clunk, 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 clunk. There's always one. You think the thing would jump the tracks when they sped up or something? Whatever the fuck's wrong with it. Oh, you got two of them this time. You know it's bad when the graffiti on the train, it says adjust this one, and then some guy's hobo name in the date. That means for their entire trip, the thing kept squealing and screeching. You gotta do something. They drove them that mad that instead of just getting off the train and leaving, you gotta fucking leave a message for this one. So now with this buildings right here, you can't see it from this vantage point, but if you were traveling up the rail line, you would see this building. There's in a straight line, there's a 5-kilometer straight line run of track from this window, basically. So for 5 kilometers, they can see this building. It's covered in cell antennas. I imagine they might throw fucking one of their antennas up there too if they wanted to. They got fucking antennas all over the goddamn place too. Underground wire, all sorts of crazy shit. The infrastructure out there is insane.
They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Fuck you said it, I'ma get that finish. I be sitting, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest.
Guys who watch for the fashion lights and shit. And that stops. I'll be us doing that too. I don't get involved. It's on private property. If they say they have to fucking pull those guys out, then I'll start watching for it. Someone has to see if the last car that goes by and all sorts of other shit, verify everything. It's some little stacks of a guy in there and someone with his computers and radios and shit. It's not just a guy in a train flying down the road blind. There's all sorts of fucking communications going on. All sorts of people you never see that I always see. But they're wearing orange jumpsuits. You don't see them. You describe them? He had a hat and the face and an orange jumpsuit. Yeah, orange jumpsuit.
Niggas since kindergarten liars. Shoot stupid kicks been retarded. I make the coat black when I'm in the market. I make the price drop like I'm in the Target. I'm like a holy prophet trying to make a profit. Rough Rider, legendary prospect. Shout out my gunman friend, yo. 10-4 in my extender. 2 extra clips for the extra shit. And each whole 7, you getting blessed with it. Yeah, I got so much beef, my ex is stressed with it. Why? It was eye for an eye. Old Testament. Word. The bottom of wells, my heart dwells. Treating these waters like shark tails. Word. My homie got lashed, was all bail. I had waved the shit. Got tobacco with full bail. The rats used to see me on range and go tell. Catch him at court, stopping with Jordans like Montel. Swear to God,
that's why we all get video remand now.
For the extras, I'ma skip the pico. Every day I pay for new AKs. Like Pablo.
One of you guys got beat up so far to sell.
Every day I pay for new AKs.
They came out on the radio, said they're moving 140 sex offenders to the fucking south.
Every day I pay for new AKs. Like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs. Every day I pay for new AKs. Like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs. Look, the hottest kid in the kitchen, I've been nice. shots of you double crossing me, think twice. Gold chains, gold in my mouth, case full of ammunition. Cocaine on my nosebleed, that's a Kathy Griffin. Bullets light up the night sky and they blame me, boy. Magnums in the back of the whip, they call me baby boy. My ATL sending your section 80, boy. The fuck do you think the mafia pay me for? Young, rich, and handsome, bullets like an anthem. When they started singing, everybody put their hands up. Ain't nobody been doing the shit that I do. Dark boy, how many hoes can I fit inside you? Scratched up with lines around them like the kids of I know. Put up with the Mac and fry them like this shit's a drive-through. Angels will find you, but I would never pray to Jesus. For the extras, I'ma scrape the beakers. Yeah.
Every day I pray for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pray for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pray for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pray for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pray for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pray for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pray for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pray for new AKs.
That church on that hill, the biggest house on the hill. The bank account's full and we're so empty still.
You know that random black guy, he ain't no fucking battle rapper, he ain't no fucking good rapper, it's time for trash, bro, yeah, it's time for trash, bro, man, yeah, you know that random black guy, he ain't no fucking battle rapper, he ain't no fucking good rapper, it's time for trash, bro, yeah, it's time for trash, bro, man, when I see that guy, I'm a faithful associate, confront him associate from how whack he is, man, yeah, you already know, real black, I don't fuck with that cat, man, I got smoking fuck, bro, what the fuck you saying, man?
Yeah, what is that smell? It smells like pussy coming from the days of pound. Yeah, what is that smell? It smells like pussy coming from the days of pound. Yeah, what is that smell? It smells. Yeah, what is that smell? It smells. Yeah, what is that smell? It smells like
We said devil's lettuce. He gets the best of us from the untrust, whether it's from the end of the gun in the bus. Whether you get that night, smoke a blunt, you get ashes to the rust and dust.
Daddy is this. Yeah, I was feeling good when I was all down. Bet you pussies not laughing now. I'm feeling disgusting. I'm too blazed. You'll see the flame. This is a human combustion. The drug addicted, rougher gifted, outlaw slinging these bangers. Going through dirt with these rounds like I'm driving a Wrangler. Was a battle rapper, but wasn't really great at the time.
Boy, it's gonna take on deep. Really?
Yeah, bitches. Well, I got some bad news. I'm coming out the shells.
You stopped selling SUVs when they became popular. When the SUVs became popular, when the turns started, and now they're on the way out, and you're gonna start selling them again. So they don't even know who O.J. Simpson is till you told them not to think O.J. Simpson.
I'm a ghostwriter. When it comes to bars, don't look far. I'm the known supplier. I'm fucked up like that methadone.
Now you're gonna have kids driving Broncos just because a bunch of parents. They're not even sure why.
What is that smell? It smells like pussy coming from the days of battle. Yeah, what are these
parents aren't sure why it bugs them. It just bugs us, that's all. It starts fights, I guarantee you.
Always dropping my fucking bags. Whose daddy is this?
Wasn't it Ford, the last company that got caught with the crystal meth?
When I was all down, that you pussies not laughing now. Who the fuck let you out the basement? Whack rapper.
I just want to point so much. So we cover all of it. This is gonna blow your mind how this all links together. Okay. In fact, I'll take an extra step. City of Toronto gives out pipe screens and shit. Okay, fair enough. Because if they use steel wool, the particles break off. All sorts of bad things can happen with alternatives. They don't want people sharing pipes, so they give away the screens and pipes. Okay, fair enough. Aluminum. It says brass, trademark, whatever, trademark. Those names, they're not what they're made of. If the color changes when you hit it with flame, like the brass ones, if the yellow comes off, that's not brass. And brass wouldn't. That's not. It's aluminum. The screens are aluminum. I know because I get stainless screens from this store around the corner. Yeah. Where am I going with this? You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this story. It's an ugly story. But do I still have the card? I got the card. I do have the card, but it's set aside somewhere safe. The store is gone, out of business. Instead of 5 screens, which always costs $1 and something at these fucking stores, this place here gave me. I was getting like 6 for $1. So stainless steel. Okay. You want the crackheads to live longer? Fine, fair enough. But they're all gonna have fucking Alzheimer's when they get old. Like, oh yeah, the crackheads. It wasn't the crack actually. They're gonna do a study like, oh well, the crack itself didn't actually use the aluminum and all this fucking weird fucking bullshit they put in there. I don't want to. How do I put this? They use fucking acidic things like vinegar to dissolve shit to fucking inject it. Yeah, they're injecting vinegar and shit. It's neither here nor there. So why is the city spending all this money? Oh yeah, that store is out of business now. City of Toronto still buying these bullshit screens from somebody that ships them in like nothing. It's a government contract. They don't have to meet a standard to please a customer. The city's just buying them up, right? And then on the side, you got the fucking convenience stores also selling it. Can you give me a blood type? Thanks. In Detroit, one of the biggest, worst phenomenal side effects to the drug, if you got into the drug business. Oh my God, this hurts. I might as well wait a minute. So people who sell drugs end up getting addicted to drugs. Wait, you think, oh, well, I'm not like that. I wouldn't have to. The kids today up here know what I'm about to talk about. When you got stupid things like this, I need to die. You didn't bite me. You just crawled up on all my leg hair like an idiot. Now you're dead. You gotta hit them at an angle because they're so flat. It's because the heroin dealers were cooking heroin up for people and setting shit up for them. And people were cooking up crack into coke like 1 dose at a time and bullshit like that. And the fumes and vapors, you can't argue this since you're all using vaporizers now. The fucking volatile organic compounds. Oh, there, yeah, that brings the EPA and the workplace. Is it OSHA and WSIB and all that shit into it? Oh yeah, bring everybody into this shit. But the vaporizers themselves aren't regulated. Funny enough, I can't believe how much pain I'm in.
Y'all the type to write a statement. Caught him slacking, I've been running out of patience. Where's the dust my mic and I brought it back to the basics. I've been aiming for the tops inside and got down. You blind people, please come away and they get shot down. Stay on my way, I'm switching lanes in the bar sound. We headed for the top, who gives a fuck what you got now? Me and Raiden, we go way back. Step back, watch us slay that. Smoke a bump and Drake track. You find me out here on my grind, oh, we run my day. You new fools that battle line, we running where you stay at. That's some real shit. Get to talking, we get to jumping on you real quick. This new music.
They just got in a fist fight over his driveway.
From the old school, we drop it on you real
slick. What, 51 or something in LAPD or whatever the fuck? I don't give a fuck what it is. It's fucking. I don't even know. Okay, wait, he has him over the fucking car.
What are these types? The types
Idiot parked in his driveway and got mouthy about it. I would have fucking popped and walked in their home. Come back out with the fucking thing. You gonna do, home? I call Newsom. I'm gonna make a big group. Hey, Cali, you don't test LA. Ice-T even says, don't test LA. What am I talking about? LA, Miami, Detroit, and Toronto got some in common. You think New York and Chicago? Fuck you, that's random. Fucking, them 4 places, don't test. They will fucking test. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll finish my stupid story.
now like a renegade, that's my parade, don't contemplate. Act now with a heavy weight, and I'm not gonna move from here for the stroke, and a hand for the loose, so spit me, yoke and a 902 on my mind. Let's just hear it one more time. 902 on my grind, stepping up to get my shine. Flipping the script and hit with a spit. Names for the apples going and get like you to shit. My reservation to CV dedication, implication, no patience. Poor bitches who be faking, just can't take it, so no faking. Fresh famous, hold it down for the whole bunch of the crew from AST. While they roll the fucking joints, ill no records in the building, stepping up to kill. Don't leave you dealing good shit with Tyrell Sprint. Drew that kush.
I don't want to repeat every goddamn thing I said. That hurt bad. That fucked me up.
Show me, bitch. Try not to call me. Don't forget that I'm not a part of your homies. Cut your fucking palms, did it all. Before we come on.
Turn that to 2Gs.
The day may come when the courage of man fails, but it is not this day.
Yeah. This one, no fight. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
That's fine. Let's get tough with it.
Failure is not enough.
I'm good and you look good and got shit, but I still try lies. I never quit for a minute, but I get the same feeling around my mind. How we don't want no pay while I rhyme. Get the money up, let it climb. I got it.
I might trick myself into remember all the shit I said. Again, that hurts so bad, man. I actually put in the fucking medical to all black people tend to complain too much about pain.
Niggas since kindergarten
Last year.
Shoot stupid kicks been retarded. I make the coke black when I'm in the market. I make the price drop like I'm in the Target. I'm like a holy prophet trying to make a profit. Rough Rider, legendary prospect. I ain't what I yet. Shout out my gunman, friend, 10-4-5s in my extender.
They sickle cell.
Two extra clips for extra shit. And each whole 7, you getting blessed with it. Yeah, I got so much beat, my ex was stressed with it. Right, it was eye for an eye. Old Testament word. Bottom of wells, my heart dwells. Treating these waters like shark tails. My homie got lashed, was all bail. I had waved the shit. Got tobacco with full bail. The rats used to see me on range and go tell. Catching that court, stopping with Jordans like Montel.
It's gonna hurt
Swear
again
to God,
in 5
I
minutes
would
too.
never
Like,
pray
no,
to
there's
Jesus.
still more. It's
For
not
extras,
done.
I'ma escape the pico. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs.
Look, the hottest kid in the kitchen, I've been nice. Shots of you double crossing me, think twice. Gold chains, gold in my mouth, case full of ammunition. Cocaine to my nosebleed, that's a Kathy Griffin. Bullets light up the night sky and they blame me, boy. Magnums in the back of the whip. They call me baby boy.
How pathetic is it you can't get yourself busted online?
The fuck do you think the mafia pay me for? Young, rich, and handsome. Bullets like an anthem. When they started singing, everybody put their hands up. Ain't nobody been doing the shit that I do. Dark boy, how many hoes can I fit inside you? Scratched up with lines around them like the kids of vinyl. Put up with the Mac and fried them like the shit's a drive-thru. Angels will find you, but I would never pray to Jesus. For the extras, I'ma scrape the beakers. Yeah.
Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs, El Chapo. Every day I pay for new AKs, like Pablo. Every day I pay for new AKs.
Black guy, he ain't no fucking battle rapper. He ain't no fucking good rapper. It's just a trap. Yes, time for trash, bro.
You're feeding the machine. Chicken, serving up your order. Just call us on the phone, on the floor. I know what doesn't rhyme, but I got the flowers, so it doesn't matter sometimes. Power in your hand, by the ounce of a kilogram. I got 1,000 hands, and every one of them, they all fucking on something different.
What is that smell? It smells like pussy coming from the depths of hell. What is that smell? It smells like pussy coming from the depths of hell. What is that smell? It smells
crowded.
What is that smell? It smells What is that smell? It smells like
This is too puppy. No, see, the problem is
Shout out to my DJ's Pod 2 for 1995, you know what I'm saying?
Parents never listen to lyrics, ever.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with my nigga MC Spade, Mr. K, Lil West, you know what I'm saying? We finna
I
bump
think
like
the
this.
ones
here,
that
so
did
check
the
it out.
last ones had to do with Elvis. And even then, I don't think they were totally listening. You never heard them like cite an exact lyric that pissed them off. They just hated these lyrics. Throwing all these like what? Specify.
Let them know that MC Spade ain't to be fucked with. I be coming hard for you niggas who didn't know I could reach. For your 9 play dumb nigga, I wish you would. Cause I'm finna hit you in your chest and knock the wind out. Say something smart and I'ma have to take your ass out. With that nigga 9 on my fucking hip. Reach for my left, grab my clip, cause I can't slip. Smoking on some drink while I sip on a plane of yak. With my niggas eyes held off that back, front exact, ride through the
Oh, you didn't like that one? There you go.
Bitches
You
looking
want
at
me
me
to solve your
cause they know a
problem?
nigga bad clean. And they feel this thing, I pop them hells and then I supposed to say niggas getting chased cause they looking at me like they rich. But I got that throwback lock resting on the side of me. For a busted ass nigga.
We're gonna say, can I cook you just to the right point where you don't explode in my face and give me a virus anyway? Let's see if I can do this. Boiling spit. Wow, I just boiled him in my spit. That wasn't part of the recipe, bro. I'm sorry. But while you're still not quite dead, I got some jokes that really suck.
It's the West Max, smoking on a fat sack with my gat that goes rat tat tat on the dope track with my nigga T. Drop after drop, sale after sale, then we bail, headed to the mall, much clientele, then we bail till it's silent. See what bitches doing tonight, high as a kite, watch your step, pimpin's tight, roaming through the door, cold, freaking slow as we stroll, hoping nobody's scoping me. Watch out for DJ Ace with the Glock is popping, popping, man, your pumpkins to the block. That's what you get when you fucking with niggas that's chilling to the bitches. Your ass can't test me. Coming through when I got a flip and ass. I take your ass straight to the host by 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
your little bastard friend is biting my other leg right now. You should tell him to fuck off.
In my time machine, what should I do? Never let the niggas know. Shout the pimp, go get this good. Camera straight up on it now. Time to think of something trick. If I make it to my brand, pass the love that nigga quick. Tap him out that running fast. Other nigga just can't slack. Till I make it to my shit. If I'm here, I'm coming back. Open up my door, grab my 9 from my front seat. Shots in front of quickly, so that Nina gotta protect me. Back a motherfucker, you done skipped with the wrong niggas. Now you got the answer to my motherfucking chrome trigger. I'm a pistol bitch. You can't fuck with the shout and give me cause your ass, you go down. Cause a nigga just can't sleep.
It bit me. Fuck. I told it to bite me. I never said that was okay. And it was running away. It's the size of a fucking grape tomato, man.
On both sides. Man, it's easy on the mic with you now, man. Straight to y'all.
Is a grape tomato a fruit? If a grapefruit is a fruit, then is a grape tomato a fruit?
Yo, we them souls nigga won't fuck around. Let him fuck around. Let him fuck around.
Nigga, what it is? Nigga, what it done? Talking all that shit, man, ain't even step in the paint. You niggas be trying to be what you niggas really ain't. Pull up all that noise like we driving in the tank. Got a couple of niggas when they see you, they gon' crank. They gon' know the real steppers when we spot you, we gon' step. They gon' get your ass wet, and I ain't talking about no saints. Got the AK-47 when I shoot out, I don't blink, when I don't really give a fuck. Yeah, it's too something, tell me I'm gon' bust. I just wanna fuck, I don't want the cup, like what's up? Come with better chip before this shit get real. Got them shooters down the door, jump off bitches like a pit. When I pull up at that nigga score, hop out like what's the deal? Nigga fuck with me, I'm gonna kill you, shoot it like a real. I don't really give a fuck, I just shoot him up with a stick. And nigga fuck with me, I'm gonna spit him down and let it rip. I'm just riding around town, shooting in 100 rounds. I got them trees, yeah, you know I got them pounds. We them Zovas, nigga, won't fuck around. Like what you saying, J? I got a chopper, best believe you gon' be laying, J. When I pull up, we gon' leave your family praying, J. Got them Dracos, got them choppers, yeah, we spraying shit. Yeah, and you know I got a Mac, niggas send the fucking addy. We can shoot all where you rock. Got so down the blow, down the put one in your cap.
I want to hear.
When they see we gon' attack. We gon' attack. And that's for sure, y'all. You gon' get smacked. You already know, y'all. You fuck with me, cause I'm a soldier. And I keep that 40 truck like I'm a soldier.
Come on and say that doing the crep walk will prevent the virus. You don't want to hear John Tory reluctantly agree. I want to hear Justin Trudeau.
I'm in the game, so you know I got to stick. If it
helps, our government is going to tip. I want to convince these people. All the parliament has to do the crip walk. Or sometimes I do this. We gotta make it. I think we can do video editing. If we get enough video, there's been so much video shot in the last 10 years. Every time they turn around, every time you gotta watch thousands of hours before we can do it.
You feel me, man? Shout out to everybody out here in Palm Beach, feel me? Straight easy on this bitch.
It's a rain man, so it doesn't matter. What's the blood walk? It's the same damn thing. Don't tell the white people. Black people dancing in the street is making us very nervous. We'll go home then, stupid.
Siempre activo la llega. Nunca paró. ¿Mantiendes? Yeah, motherfucking super neck, man. It's the neck motherfucking daddy, nigga. Experience plays going up, nigga. Oh, yeah. I just took a black booty down before I wrote this shit so I could better exhibit to niggas with coke. You niggas is miserable and hopeless. I don't fuck with you jokers. You look in my eyes and you can tell that I'm focused. Staying up late night with the smokers. 7 ounces on the chokers. Hypnosis, jacuzzi, water, soap. Lava. Beat you like a pinata. My niggas shooters not the type to put the fire to the cuchara. On the run from La Jara, Lo Mono, La Poli, the Puerco, the Figure, the Popo, the Mina, the one time trying to lock me for dumb crime. Show up at the bar where I unwind. Nigga play their gun, reflecting the sunshine. Happy to this life that ain't for the buttercup. Open up a little boutique and they assume it's a cover up naturally, half-fashionally. Toss a couple drops of water in the work and watch it define gravity. Bougie women call me your majesty. Accurately slap the key and have it bring the pack with me on the trapper's free sauce. When I used to share my juniors,
I don't know if that's a crack reference or weird,
like Bush Cassidy. I'm on top of the game. Feed a shorty couple dunkers and watch her hop on the plane. Feel the cool breeze that come before the tropical rain. Mixing the soda, drop it in the flame, and then I chop it the chain.
Mushroom, good tree. Mushroom, mushroom. You can't burn mushroom.
These niggas is mad, they couldn't make a spark. Couldn't believe a little guppy ate the shark. Unexpected, come on, and break your heart.
A little side,
man, they couldn't make a spark. Couldn't believe it, the little guppy ate the shark. I had to laugh at niggas. I hate to use the N-word. Dope for hope, I've been broke. We chopping up the coke. We got the block rocking like the boat. The block, we chopping like it's soap. fiends be on the float. And if a nigga diss, grab the rope. Jump real high, suicide. The left is how the homies ride. No time for phony lies. Lies be like genocide. A renegade. Lemons to lemonade. Give me for my senate. Drug dealing, fly letters, Latin women. Medellin, this is Ochoa's return. Will these fuck boys ever learn? If it ever be my turn. Stack chicks, never let it burn. Slicker than your wig on a perm. Make it never see the God. Yeah, I break bread, but see the God. The feds see me how I feed the squad.
The virus. Nyneteen, the leave you dead in the Pay attention. There's no stop. Just loads up the next 30 seconds.
John Gotti, CTM Music Group, baby. Woo!
Canadian Tire Money Murder Gang. Kill your first spec change. Kill your first spec change. Kill all the rats. Kill all the rats. Give me 56. Kill all the rats. 56.
The big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes tips. And yes, I'm a god, but
Lots of different shit.
you gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick. Rolling through the city, got a Louis Lowe's on. And I told these motherfuckers, yeah, I get my smoke on. Cheech, strong, bust out the bomb. Smoking all day, flipping bricks by the yard. And you can try to do it, don't quit your day job. The streets each up and make the times real hard. That's why I got all these tattooed scars. Chilling in the city bars, rolling in the fancy cars. Smoking out the superstar. Yeah, I look like a model. B-I-O-R. Money in the rubber band, stack it till your cap hurts. Yeah, I got the trade palace, got a real loud bar. I do it dirt in the dirt, fucking do it broad day. I got some inventories, AKs, SKs, long range, short range. Red state, no brain. Kill them like kitty, motherfucker, crime pays. Yeah, I'm trying to get the paper, I'm just trying to get rich. We do it for the big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes Benz. And yes, I'm a boss, but I'm looking for a lick. You gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick. John Gotti, CTM Music Group, baby. Woo! Pow! Yeah, I'm trying to get the paper, I'm just trying to get rich. We do it for the big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes tips. And yes, I'm a god, but I'm looking for a lick. You gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick. Rolling through the city, got a Louis Lowe's on. And I told these motherfuckers, yeah, I get my smoke on. Cheech, strong, bust out the bomb. Smoking all day, flipping bricks by the yard. And you can try to do it, don't quit your day job. The streets each up and make the times real hard. That's why I got all these tattooed scars. Chilling in the kitty bar, rolling in the fancy cars. Yeah, I'm
fucking Batman, dog. Jesus.
Money in the rubber band, stack it till your cap hurts. Yeah, I got the trade palace, got a real loud bar. I do it dirt in the dirt, fucking do it broad day. I got some inventories, AKs, SKs, long range, short range. Red state, no brain. Kill them like kitty, motherfucker, crime pays. Yeah, I'm trying to get the paper, I'm just trying to get rich. We do it for the big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes Benz. And yes, I'm a boss, but I'm looking for a lick. You gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick.
Crazy. crazy. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a drug dealer. Crazy. Crazy. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a drug dealer. I don't know how I. This one, I think I added that one by accident.
Jump in the water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, speed that flow.
Oh yeah, the sickle cell recovery.
Speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, just jump in that water. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow.
I never want anything extra in jail because I know how you got it in here. One way or another, I'm not cool with it. I don't care which way.
Speed that flow, speed that flow. Speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow. Speed that flow. Don't go against it. Speed that flow. Speed that flow. Don't go against it, dog. Speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow.
Slice a piece up in the Dutch pot. Curry chicken on the stove top. Shout out niggas from the
You know what the CO's released? We're going to the South.
My Aki sauce from my pictures look. The pitch run down, but it's shifting good. Shout out niggas that are drip for it. Shit's way beyond crip blooded. Toronto born and raised. Toronto born and raised. He was never ready every single day. You would be amazed. Living how we live, young niggas grinding stuck up in a maze.
Fuck that shit.
Told my nigga Charlie, we can get this money, make it different ways.
We don't call it no shit. Nah, we ain't call it no bitch. But I got a full clip and I bet it'll rip. I just better a bit. And they get it with kids. You know that I flex niggas. Lift them up how I pinch niggas. Better get back on that defense, nigga. But it's gonna not leave a stench, nigga. I guess we on the offense.
Charlie like Jordan, Scottie Pippen, gotta listen on a mission, wishing, hoping that we find a way to beat the competition.
Niggas switching, cotton picking, walk with bitches, talk is different. You know, slipping back for business. Wait, let me slow it down. Still full circle, I go around.
Never thought my city was a murder town. Rob like a dungeon dragon. Ran from the cops and my pants were hanging. Used to do dirt in a station wagon. Getting locked up in the station flagging.
03, I got to raise the magnum. Bringing out the beats like a Hugh Jackman. Join the team, that's some new Jackman. To get the rope like how they do in Hangman. Jump in the water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Jump in that water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, just jump in that water. Speed that flow, just speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Don't go against it, God. Speed that flow, jump in that water. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow. Speed that flow. Don't go against it. Speed that flow. Speed that flow. Don't go against it, dog. Speed that flow.
Yeah, I was doing that. I've been burning out razors and I'm not buying it. No, fuck that. That's a scam too. We'll sell cheap razors. We'll sell shitty razors to the half breeds. No, you won't. No, I caught on to that scam. 3 razors in. Fuck you.
They say that money is power, well let me give you a lesson. Got so much anger inside, that something constantly stressing. Had to steal with power, I can't find the source. I'm a serial killer, we show the remorse. A psychopathic mentality with the patient brutality. Emphasizing the cases instead of escaping reality. With my feelings to hide, I'm digging deeper emotion. Praying to God to forgive myself the length of the soul. There's no escape from the pressure of living life to the full. Step into my own wars, never been touched by no bullets. I use the mic as my weapon, everyone loves for cover. So sadistic and twisted. Taking up to my brother. Now you're battered and broken, leaving this place on the stretcher. Cause my lyrics took your face off like I was Hannibal Lecter. Like I was Hannibal Lecter. Crip people, the crip people. Tales of the crip people. I'm a insanity, straight up a whole story. See all the tales of things reaching deep inside your soul. Trying to get a blessing tale from the crip people.
We get sad on the truth. I know
Watch me vacuum that seal. Grab a hold of that wheel. Out the lottie, uphill. Pop shit burning, heat still. Jump and moving that weight. Yes, it smells of propane. Supposed to want to his face. Plastic, fin race. Fuck the finish, you late. Hey. Just push it in, listen, I'm spitting rough and vicious, cause I push it to my limits, fucking checks, I'm a hitless while I ain't on my business, I'ma get it in a minute, can you feel it, how it kills shit, you fucking back shit up, can you see my stress, know the life's goal, it's just a fucking test, only strong survive, gotta be the best, cause I'm complex, not like the rest, not blessed by a curse, so I cool with a smirk, early morning ride verse, hype up like a perk, hope you get it, how it works, but I'll tap in a verse, cause spill, finger jerks, like it's night, then we lurk, my songs, what I'm hurt, out of control, go berserk, lunge hard where it hurt, so I hit him with my words, try to steal, reimburse, like dawn wheel skirt, it dispersed and reversed with these words in the universe.
Fucking see that.
Popping addiction, I can't begin the fiction, so you bitch with stitches, I fucking warn your prediction, and all you sit is just fiction, my fire burning with friction, your phone shatter, reflection,
5 seconds later, my hair stopped.
I got me praying religion, I couldn't count my
He's trying to kill me on fucking right plain sight.
Mission, a flexion to a tradition, a turret firing mission. I be popping no pills, watch me vacuum that seal, grab a hold of that wheel, out the lottie, uphill, pop shit burning, heat still, jump and moving that weight, dancing smells of propane, supposing one to his mate, plastic, fin race, fuck the finish, you late, hey, music going in eternity, so I got a burner seed, murder keys, 2 degrees, dropping like you got disease, I be out, you choke a freeze, fast by an extra cheese, face, drop me, look at please, I got cheese, book a cut of money breeze, on your knees, I take a squeeze, help them weed, push it, gotta pay the fees, turning up with Tennessee, burn a ball with the knees, say fucking enemy, trying to find a better beat, popping only prima trees, go. I be baking the cake and the rest is used, forsaking my fire, got you facing, you catch your feelings, you're shaking the time, run demonstration, call you up inspiration, letting down for patient, that's all I kept on waiting, catching down this pain, ain't the games you're playing, she's speeding and laning, up better beat, no complaining, I take a rage in occasions, style, walking to great.
Instrumental.
Straight out of Pittsburgh, nigga. Humble, baby. Yeah. Hey, cruising down the street with my AR. Strapped in the whip. We all trying to score. Better get low, cause we flip cars. Ride high to 10. We seen it from 4. Cruising down the street with my AR. Strapped in the whip. We all trying to score. Better get low, cause these hit hard. Strap high to 10. We seen it from 4. I ain't gotta slide off the rap real quick, I'ma hop out the whip. Cruise down street on 40, R15, got 50 in the clip.
Why did Buddy hide in the dark for 3 minutes? I think he did that just to make the guys that were watching him say, why did he stop for 3 minutes? Instead of just running up on him. I think it threw them off enough. How big are the plants in the dark?
Cruising down the street with my AR. Strapped in the whip.
Knowing that the RCMP and the Canadian forces are going to be all over this place at all times, taking the exact same thing I am. You can't have people hiding in the dark. Right. Okay. Why did he hide in the fucking dark?
We all trying to score. Then get low, cause these hit hard.
I want to hear the conversation these motherfuckers saying.
No trap back when I come through. Them niggas know how bees do. All they heard was some loud shots from the cops. Can't get no clues. I put in work with that Smith and Wesson.
They will never tell us what he said.
AK like Bruce Lee, got kicked back, no kung fu. Young nigga with a lot of cash. I fuck this bitch and passed it to the class. He mad, he has a pound, so we cannot disass.
Players Wikipedia must now have like Dorito Hall incident disambiguation page. Because now there's more than one.
We all trying to score. Better get low.
Yeah, so since you've moved in, there's been so many problems with gas.
We seen it from 4. Cruising down the street. Strapped in the whip. We all trying to score. Better get low, cause these hit hard. Strap out of 10. We seen it from 4.
I'm sitting respect, cruising my shit. I feel like the shit. Money ain't shit. That bitch ain't shit. I'm trying to get rich. Shooting their yards, ain't shooting out of cars. My body not black. Me and bro don't make some brick for the kicks. Ain't selling on the next. I'm a feed with the dogs to the yards I got. Spin these bands at the mall a lot. Get it for the low, we changing a lot. Yellow boss nigga, the school not top. Feel like crazy, no gon' see real. Ain't things never talk, kept it real. Sitting there trap, try to get a couple meals. Hop get the trap, I ain't taking no deals.
Cruising down the street with my AR. Strapped in the whip. We all trying to score. Better get low, cause we flip cars. Ride on the 10, we seen it from 4. Cruising down the street, with my AR. We all trying to score. Better get low, cause these hit hard. Ride on the 10, we seen it from 4. Court flip, no sandal. Chopper hit this Mando. Vando come through 4 niggas like Rambo. AO the commando. Hop up with the mop, up slide off the Vando. I spot me in Kango. XD no Sando. Shots flip through his Lando. Then it's back to the Bando. Goes up on the floor. Picked up like 6'4". Slap on that's a quick score. Hit his game as a kickboard. Gang, he get scored. Don't hold hate like that. Ain't with trash right back. Nigga bitch for a night cap. Pair of shit for a right back. No cup, give a right back. Right back. I don't feel we all trying to score. Better get low, cause we flip cars. Ride on the 10, we seen it from 4. Cruising down the street with my AR. Strapped in the whip, we all trying to score. Let's get it. Better get low, cause these hit hard. Strap on the 10, we seen it from 4. Oh.
Halifax style don't act. You fucked off with your jumpy shit on the computer, buddy. What you fucking with the system for, bro?
Raise up, put up, just like the fan on Twitter, just like a parrot top. If you with me, get your goddamn hands.
Yeah, for the 3 in the fucking morning.
Just like a fan on Twitter, just like a parrot top. Get your goddamn hands up. Like listening, teach you some discipline. The y'all sound like kittens. Your mom all the time when I freak on the wing. Did you bring your mittens? Better grab a sweater. MCs, I'm most of it, I'm so much better. Not gonna be conceited, just trying to get noticed. But I'll do it regardless of whether my dreams are hopeless. So don't lose focus, no HD. Do it for hip hop, so thank God for my ABCs. Yeah, and still you know where I'm coming from. When the mic is live, you could call it double C. Damn, there goes another one, biting the dust rapidly. Call me your majesty, I took the crown so drastically. All those rapping after me, best to bring you. Yeah, abstract. And mama knows she didn't raise no Twitter, just like the fan on Twitter, just like a parrot top. If you with me, get your goddamn hands. Yeah, mama knows she didn't raise no Twitter, just like the fan on Twitter, just like a parrot top. If you with me, get your goddamn hands up. Like listening, teach you some discipline. The ABSTRAKT again. Still rep your fed raw. Don't come out at the door. No gangsters fucking on Iron Man. The Tony Starks come with the verbal bar. Y'all sound like kids. Blow your mind all the time when I freestyle the rhythm. Did you bring your mittens? Better grab a sweater. Smelling for MCs, I'm most of it. I'm so much better. Not gonna be conceited, just trying to get noticed. But I'll do it regardless of whether my dreams are hopeless. So don't lose focus, no HD. Do it for hip hop, so thank God for my ABCs. Yeah, and still you know where I'm from. When the mic is live, you could call it double C. Damn, there goes another one, biting the dust rapidly. Call me your majesty, I took the crown so drastically. All those rapping after me, best to bring your A game. I maintain the elevation of an airplane. On another level, recognize it's abstract. Sounds good, yo Matty Hood, bring the hook back. And mama knows she didn't raise no Twitter. Now follow me just like a fan on Twitter. You know I'm gonna get my props just like a carrot top. So if you with me, get your goddamn hands up. And mama knows she didn't raise no Twitter. Now follow me just like a fan on Twitter.
goddamn hands. Now we've all been through the highs and the lows. Continue carrying on with the rhymes and the flows. Keep your head held high and always stay focused. Make your magic happen, then poof and focus. Like I wave my magic wand and make amazing happen. Ain't the NBA, but you could say I'm full court trapping. Yeah, I got this shit on lock and consistently getting better after each tick-tock of the clock. What do I gotta prove to get it through to you? Nothing in the way of the dreams that I pursue. Everybody needs one, cause once it's yours, it's yours. A wise man once told me that when it rains, it pours. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, life's what you make it, and this world is mine to take it. So step aside, your reflection's in my rear view. No surprise, my eyes got a TAC crystal clear. And mama know she didn't raise no Twitter. It's like the fan on Twitter.
My spleen is exploding, I think. It's not exploding, it's running on high fucking power.
She didn't raise no Twitter. It's like the fan on Twitter. I'm conscious like a terrorist. Get your goddamn hands. Alright, well, if you haven't caught on yet, you should know that I terrorize like a bomb threat. Putting in work, my soul heart into every line and bomb full of my confidence high. Yo, man, it's Salazar. Give you a sample of what you can handle, and if you wanna gamble, get burnt like a candle. The skill level's ample, my stampede will trample. It's Halloween and I got the goods, come get a handful.
That's my fucking lungs, it's a COVID, dude. It's just stupid and not know the difference. So there's a 2-year gap between each virus. I don't know for sure, but if my lungs have adapted to fucking dealing with all this blood, maybe they'll recover from this other virus. Book number 19.
Xavier Jordan.
For the dough, my nigga, I'ma have to get it in. For the door, I'm about to go and fit it in. I do this for my SG, riding GZ Loki right behind the scene, get it behind me, sipping on the gin. The stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas riding with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, wanna talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, my nigga. For the dough, my nigga, never want this shit to end. Do this for my SG, riding GZ Loki right behind the scene, get it behind me, sipping on the gin.
The two of you are typhoon, man. You're big enough to get squared.
Blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, wanna talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, for the dough.
Like this, see my niggas ain't just stay stuck with the black and cracks and safe sex. Girl, cause my closest niggas, they move left. Still mother used to post on the block and protest. Now what's next? All I see is money in my vision. Only I think bitches wanna spit, and me and them niggas different. We can never be the same niggas snitching, trying to blame it on niggas that wanna shame. Gucci belt niggas know I'm packing my name, it's gon' hurt. When I'm 9 grades, connect to your brain and 2 stops to be better if you say
the fuck is yours?
I pack a 4-4 case of niggas trying to stunt that I lead them to the flow. Anything goes for the show.
You still alive? That was a joke.
I do this for my SG, riding GZ Loki right behind the scene, get it behind me, sipping on the gin. The hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas riding with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, wanna talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, my nigga. For the dough, my nigga, never want this shit to end. Do this for my SG, riding GZ Loki right behind the scene, get it behind me, sipping on the gin. The hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas riding with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna fuck for the night, pour a cup for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, I be taking bricks. I make a flip another take all of my flip quick. Get 24 and they can tell me that I ain't the shit. I ain't the fucking pussy niggas to be playing with. I spray the 50 on my SG, nigga been a body for the last time. Vision, I don't see him getting money, it's my fetish. My team say,
I don't feel sorry for any of you because I've seen the way you act towards nature
ready to slide, I'm ready back.
every
I hope
fucking
I can get up inside. I always been a real nigga and I never would hide. I used to work a 9 to 5, but it's better than grind. Getting high off the weed I smoke, I gotta keep it heated, cause you know I do my talk. All the shit I seen before niggas will leave you go. I told my niggas easy, don't got we can sneak some dope. For the dough, my nigga, I'ma have to get it in. For the door, I'm about to go and get it in. I do this for my SG, riding GZ Loki right behind the scene, get it behind me, sipping on the gin. The hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas riding with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, wanna talk for this life. I
I feel I never want this shit to end. But it don't mind, nigga. But it don't mind, nigga. Never want this shit to end. Do this for my SG, rider Jeezy, Loki right behind the see me, get it behind me, sipping on the gin. Them hoes stay down when it's sticky. All my niggas ratted with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. And shorty wanna fuck for the night, pour a cup for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end.
I gotta start like this. Free my nigga Ox. Button fingers for niggas who speak the cops. Man, I'm back on my bullshit. Never really gave a fuck. I'm in Gucci. Man, I never shoot a paper truck. Shots like they met, but they shot like a ladies punch. Laughing at your team like who the fuck rock the Brady bunch. That's so keys for the beat, I'm the latest stuff. So I'm out to team, I'm out trying to get the paper up. Feel like two throwing thunder like that. It's the truth, he ain't the truth, man. He under the skies. I crossed down, but still under the skies. I ain't slept in how long. Can't you see the bags under my eyes? It's like how I ain't living yet. Used to crush a pack a day. Never smoked a cigarette, but now I smoke a pack a day. From the 6th grade, I've been scrapping with this game. Get wet like a nigga that can trap me in the rain. I feel like old dog, the way I'm trapping in the game. No love, no heart. Nigga, all I feel is pain. Like a nigga that ain't working my work. Got no fuck, think I'm finna die. Cause a nigga got no luck. When I was ready to ride, the niggas never showed up. Weighed in my hands, had the devil on my shoulder. Said I wouldn't stop, and I got shot with a gold mark. Let us get in the streets, nigga, so what? Yo, I'm in the streets, nigga, so what? Round my connect whenever the dope slows up. Yo, I'm in the streets, nigga, so what? Round my connect whenever the dope slows up.
So we're arresting you.
Yeah. Riding is official, banging out an issue. Just got fucked, waiting on a whistle. My shot bangs loud like a pistol. One bullet turn a nigga to a pickle. Mine's not stable, body's not able to hold it. So I ease down with the potion. Hanging with the hypno, I turn right open. Nobody slapping in a full clip. Heads wide open, girls still
Put your vitamins, say your prayers.
the day I got my flow.
We're coming through with this spray on spraying shit everywhere. Cushion up in the air, you don't care.
Catch your money on it, walking right on it, knocking out his legs is light and destroyed it. They don't got strength cause they fighting just to earn it. They don't got cages in my city cause they burn them. You can buy keys, you didn't hire for the murder. Put a fucking cheese on your life like I'm sure.
Niggas like this, calling me a cold blood. Me, I'm just a general, defending my soldiers. That's how I work, hit that shit like a controller. Niggas like this, calling me a me, I'm just a general, defending my soldiers. That's how I work, hit that shit like a controller.
Niggas like city right in the head. Tired up on these niggas with a sketch. If I never caught me, never got a job. I was that broke, I ain't never rolled that. Take a walk on my block, it's content. Welcome to the block. Every nigga's boxing. Got by the boxing. Houses like churches. 80-year-old men buying work with their pension. I remember running from detention. Now running from the movement. And there was detention. 24K chains looking like a lemon. Doing what is getting cracked, nigga, I sell it. She want an escort, she an expert. Lauren Harris, how she famous for the expert. She only shaking, she ain't no dancer. Booty hanging and it look like her back there. Pussy cat all black for a dancer. Bustin' wide open, I don't need a password. Booty still smoking, ain't worried about cancer. Worried about drugs, guns, money, and the song.
Niggas like this, calling me a cold blood. I'm just a general, defending my soldier. It's all the work, hit that shit like a controller. Niggas like this, calling me a me, I'm just a general, defending my soldier. It's all the work, hit that shit like a controller.
All you niggas was talking what the extra north with you understand there's some disenchantment between rank and file and whatever you call these assholes at the top. Oh, we're U.S. Army, right? You consider us a foreign. You consider us a foreign force. We consider you to be British. So
Welcome to the Kevin C Show. Now sit your ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Hit the gas
Kill somebody music.
Last week, enjoy the past week. What you
I was thinking ahead, I would have the playlist already made up, and I don't.
Cause I spit it hotter than
I'll just put it on
toasters.
shuffle.
Check my name out on all the posters. When I hit the stage, drinks hit the coasters. Women packed all the way to the third row. We ain't in the strip club, we call it Perv Row.
This would be a
I
good
don't
time
know
for the
what
track.
you
I'm
heard,
gonna
ho.
up. Yeah,
I'ma tell you straight, baby. I'm a circ pro, running game like a pimp bitch. Yeah, I'm running game with a limp bitch. The big dog gonna teach you some tricks, bitch. Get up there, catch it, and stack my chips, bitch.
One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
The future, track bruisers. Caught the beat in the back of the cruiser.
That bug was smart enough to jump. Dumb enough to jump straight up in the air.
I will run right through ya. Growl on the mic like a beast should. Go hard on the beat to Clint Eastwood. Walk on water, everybody knew he would. Written in the scriptures, scholars knew he could. On my road, Julius Caesar. Take away my world, I only need her. What you coming? Only wanna be heard. The phoenix shall rise. I'm on my return. Get the gas mask when we spark that. I think we parked that.
Gas mask when we pass that. One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting. Get the gas mask when we pass that. One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
I go Coco, so loco. Woo woo, no Coco. Yeah, don't know. I'm so pro. Go so slow in a low low. Twisting like Toto. Oh no, don't get like Tony Romo. Even the G's love me, no homo. With the crew, that's a no-no. I'm hydro,
like Sonny Bono.
when I flow, it's title. Search the beat, watch my roll. Grab the mic, kick hard like Tybo.
You can kick it like Tybo.
Team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week.
This is so stupid.
Welcome to the Cousin C Show. Now sit your ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Get the gas mask when we pass that. One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
Docious, I brag the mostest. Cause I spit it hotter than toasters. Check my name out on all the posters. When I hit the stage, drinks hit the coasters. Women packed all the way to the third row.
In order to straighten it out, I gotta undo it, and then it'll be loose for a second.
I don't know what you heard, ho. I'ma tell you straight, baby. I'm a circ pro, running game like a pimp bitch. Yeah, I'm running game with a limp bitch. The big dog gonna teach you some tricks, bitch. Get out there, catch a date, and stack my chips, bitch.
You did just rhyme the word bitch 4 times, eh?
One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
Future, track bruisers. Caught the beat in the back of the cruiser. Fuck the game
that's a triple I saw. Did you catch that?
In my Red Rover, I will run right through ya. Growl on the mic like a beast should. Go hard on the beat to Clint Eastwood. Walk on water, everybody knew he would. Written in the scriptures, scholars knew he could. On my own, Julius Caesar. Take away my world, I only need her. What you coming? Only wanna be heard. The phoenix shall rise. I'm on my return. Get the gas mask when we spark that.
How much was it?
I think we parked that.
Gas mask when we pass that. One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting. Get the gas mask when we pass that. One team rappers, where your ass at? You went last week, enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
I go Coco, so loco. Woo woo, no Coco. Yeah,
no, I'm so pro, go so slow, in a low, twisting like Toto. Oh no, throwing game like Tony Romo. Even the G's love me, no homo. With the crew, that's a no-no. I'm hydro when I flow. When I flow, it's tidal. Surf the beat, watch my roll. Grab the mic, kick hard like Tybo. Yes, with the test. One team rappers, where your raps at? You were last week, you were the past week. But the wild is everlasting.
Oh my god, the 90s are fucked up. People from the 90s into the 80s are fucked up. People from the past are fucked up. You understand, the 90s were fucked up. Half the shit that happened isn't in the history books, none of it's on the internet. Don't believe what you see. Oh, that's what I mean. They had me right there, that road. That's what I mean.
One knock, two knock, three knock, four. No upstairs, so I'm coming in tow. One knock, two knock, three knock, four. I hope you not see us, I'm coming in tow. One knock, two knock, three knock, four. No upstairs, so I'm coming in tow. One knock, two knock, three knock, four. I hope you not see us, I'm coming in tow. I don't knock, I don't pick locks. I kick boys down and let go shots. Call me hot shot, real life nightmare. And the S, I make niggas cry gangsta tears. No alcohol, no beer. Like Freddy, I'll kill you in your nightmares. Where the cash at? Where the stash at? Fuck around, we gon' find where the girl's at. She's in the strip on the floor like the doormat. Rippin' the blue sky, cause she know you whack. Bulldogs, that's what we be thinking over rap. This ain't fiction, we thinking over rap. One crib, two crips, three crips, four. Bulldog nigga, 6 bloods on the floor. One crips, two crips, three crips, four. Bulldog nigga, 6 bloods on the floor. Booyah!
I used to do drugs, and I still do.
Coming in too, no matter what, by the window, by the door. Yeah, speaking on the light for the dog. That's a show, cause we know what you got on the stove, on the table, and your money's in the box. So I'm picking on the dot, coming through the door, blasting. Shoot, no move, nothing in the ass.
That's not a hurt for the linguist.
I'm not in the mood, so I keep scared. See the eyes of the wolf, and
We'll eventually come to the conclusion. All this gangster rap and nigga rock bullshit could only come together as one thing because of English.
It's not more made for a man on a mission. It's not a good dream or a bad situation. More like a nightmare. You are the victim. One knock, two knock, three knock,
We could have stayed the fuck home and had a better time.
one knock, two knock, three knock, four. I hope you not see us. I'm coming in tow. One knock, two knock, three knock, four. No upstairs, so I'm coming in tow. One knock, two knock, three knock, four. I hope you not see us. I'm coming in tow.
See, that right there makes me think rock, but the first part sounds like a xylophone. Right there. And right, well, it's dropping down, but right there is where it sounds like a dropping spirit. Rocking phone, a xylophone, like what the fuck is that? Who has that shit?
What's wrong with him? Listen. I rock with a flame like Flocker, the cockback's proper. One shot to have you niggas screaming like the opera. It's black like Oprah, straight King Cobra. Top left over your heart, shoots through shoulders. It bursts like second degree. But who stepping to me? Please free, right hand when I get drifted on 3. Rich niggas move calm and collective. That chain ain't shit unless your palm can protect it. My palm can protect mine. Empty up the tech line. I don't give a fuck about jail, I'll do that time. Feds find your body in the building cause we killed you. Like who's realer? Got tools like Bob the Builder. All I really wanted was a gun and a vest. Like who's next? To get shot in my complex. And I'm straight stressed. Rob money when time's less. I'll take a nigga's vessel, leave a nigga timeless. I grew up with no motivation.
motivation. Drive right past the cops and investigations, parked with no registration. Pull me over like, sir, we arresting you. Shotgun, stolen car, break cats off the register. You say tomato, well I say tomato. West End Toronto, squirt heat like volcanoes. I must confess, my life ain't picture perfect. Was on top, got knocked, now fucking hurting. All I got left is pride and my dignity, and a finger in the middle if you ain't digging me. My family matters, the big guy, car Winslow. Minus the badge with big straps, blast windows. Stay cool like the other side of the pillow. I serve shots like the fox on the fucking fiddle. Don't know your name, so you better take it slow, dog. Yo, MCA, where the fuck's can't know, dog? You little faggots better run up, cause I won't stop till the zipper on my body bag is done up. Heard you got drugs, then Jeezy's gon' pick up. Roll up with his lip up, big bump, this a stick up. 7-5 block, bust shots, you'll get lit up. Beat backs like a hiccup, burn laps like a sit up, nigga.
Nous la Gensel, concours ange, il dessiné pour le monde, quoi. C'est qu'on s'arrive, bah, il fait.
When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by?
Pop, pop, when you hear the Glock. Tough down, nigga, cause I'm in your spot. Give it up, nigga, you might get shot. I'm the hot shot, so you gonna get shot. Any nigga out here might feel the pop. My 9mm gonna make you drop. I talk about my 9 cause the shit's so hot.
The only one that's actually going to shoot people.
Down, he's ready to pop, he's stressed out. And I'm trigger happy. I gotta think the life and it feels so nasty. Believe me.
How fast would that handle? That's the police package too. That's supposed to, by definition, to be faster than the stealth vehicle.
What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when the bullets fly by?
What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? Dust like a goose or snitch to the cops.
Bruce MCs, let it go for the power. Bruce MCs to cut down with the crop of God. Ezekiel, whatever you got.
Alright,
the neighbors everywhere. Let's see who's on the fly. Nobody wants to hear that shit no more.
Blue beans, I'm killing this rap shit. So what you gonna do when my bullets fly by?
When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by?
Yo, cricket caca. Who make up funny caca, yo? Everyday niggas talking shit. Like they tough in this motherfucking street. But they not, nigga. When the bullets fly by, them niggas tough like bitches. It's your boy, you know, H.O.T. that's H.O.T. Cold Dog, Revolution in Process Records, KSP the Zone Records. Fuck you niggas.
When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by?
Yeah, nous la Gensel, concours ange, il dessiné pour le monde, quoi.
Le conserver, va le faire. When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? Pop, pop when you hear the Glock. Duck down, nigga, cause I'm in your spot. Give it up, nigga, you might get shot. I'm the hot shot, so you gonna get shot. Any nigga out here might feel the pop. My 9mm gonna make you drop. I talk about my 9 cause the shit's so hot. When shit goes down, he's ready to pop. He's stressed out, and I'm trigger happy. I gotta take the life, and it feels so nasty. Believe me, this shit ain't easy. I'm a nigga with attitude, so fuck you pussy. When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? Duck like a goose or snitch to the cops. Me, I cock back, let it go for the power. Bullets fly by like a breeze in the summer. Cold upset, MPLCTE. Alright,
I love watching white guys panic. They fucking panic. So how many guys have panic on the horizon?
Yeah, it's me. I let my bullets fly by.
Motherfuckers are hitting me, screaming, let me go. Look at you, bro.
I'm killing this rap shit.
You're not coming in here. Fuck what I was gonna come in here. Come in here for why? You know the motherfuckers.
What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by. What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by?
He started something not prepared for because he's like they tough in this motherfucking street. But they not, nigga. Both hands.
When the bullets fly by, them niggas tough like bitches. It's your boy, you know, H-O-T-S-H-O-T. Cold Dog, Revolution in Process Records, KSP the Zone Records. Fuck you niggas. When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by? What you gonna do when them bullets fly by?
Hey, young black boys, where BB?
Niggas really talking niggas sick. See me on the strip, they ain't walking with a stick. Hit him in the rib, now we living in the dirt. Stupid gutsy bitch, yeah, she moving like she sick. Niggas double M, yeah, she called her on the shit. Drop the Addy, dumb bitch, throw it and fly through you. Sip, feel street bitch, she would fly you. You watch your hand get done in, try to lie me. Hit me with a hammer, shit got grimy. You a lying bitch, you a thought, you slimy. All them lies you saying, we ain't buying. Talking about he was in my arms, I was crying. You a stupid goof, you were in stations. Talking to the cops now, bitch, you were basic. Fly high Dustin, now he's a skeleton. Shouldn't try to kill me now, bitch, he's a gas man. He was in your basement smoking that crack on all their heads. It's your term of villain. Talking buddies come to get me, bitch, are you illin'? If you come to Regent Park, nigga, you be missing. Toss him in the river, he's swimming with the fishes. Should've shut your mouth, you're part of the disses. Now it's on to live, you a ugly bitch. We know your future stinks, you should have thought. You want team money, all for the links, all for the club. You should've took another route.
little nigga, till it smells like sauerkraut. That's tough, but last but not least, you think you're free? It's on to Britney. You don't want the polys, I promise you don't. Run up in your house, kick you out like Pop Smoke. Then we backtrack, and yeah, we on the house. Fuck niggas. If you sick, respond. If you don't, shut your fucking mouth. Young Block Boys are bad.
No response. I hate all you pussy niggas. I'm glad y'all get shot. I know what's happening. I'm not exactly certain who each individual gets shot at. Just probably go back and forth, but I know what's happening. Fishes get shot at for being dummies. Being told over and over to stop doing what they doing. You know what's happening. I'm from here. I know exactly what's happening. Watch my son, this will tell you the exact same thing because he can't tell you nothing different.
That's what I said. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Cause I know what you about. You see it well out, but don't you think back about it. I'm sick of all the doubts surrounding me. I'm a roast city bitch and that no class. But I'm not you about to be a fucking ghost. I'm about to get it. I make my name, but Mac here won't be on your lips. Don't think I'll forget, you'll never put me on your only when I take it with me. I'm just never get a no, no, y'all wanna be friends? Fuck you act though. When I could've paid my rent when I was a rep with a clipboard ram in my bed. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Yeah, bitch, you heard. That's what I said. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Ain't gonna play nice, you won't like how this case is. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Cause I know what you about. And I'm cutting the loose ends, cutting the loose threads. You done yet? This is your nuisance. Ready for your crew, bitch. Where we all at though when I was a man. Sipping a little excessive. Losing myself in the lake. Didn't think I bounced back. But bitch, you know that it did y'all told to me. Now I'ma prove y'all wrong undoubtedly. I'm gonna be a legend by the time I go to sleep. And I'm 6 feet deep. My name will keep its legacy. Yeah, bitch. I'ma make my history. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. That's what I said. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Ain't gonna play nice, you won't like how this case is. What you got to prove? You think you make a move, huh? But I ain't see you once you pay your dues. Like your eyes lose on your tracks. Could've stayed a second man. First time around that. I'm speaking facts, not talking facts. I got the
It's presumed.
everything you got. And I'm about to leave it just to fast. Like a dick in a nutsack. Bitch, I'ma make you trust it. Your existence, blink once and miss it. Split second grip this flinch and twist, yeah. Go get pissed, bitch, yeah. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Yeah, bitch, you heard. That's what I said. Watch your mouth. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Ain't gonna play nice, you won't like how this case is. Watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. Yeah. Watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. Yeah.
Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. No love, that's what I get, huh?
Walter was a crackhead, always a crackhead. Remember when you owe money to those Asian guys in Montreal? You're lucky, they from the 90s and they know me. I'm trying to shoot you with a ball-play shorty, that's what you told me. I came to Montreal to save you, to bitch you. Never judge you for smoking hard, told you I used to sell that. That's crap, your family member.
Nowadays, you finally change, you're acting insane, always talking about money. You ain't rich, dude. Your fancy cars don't impress me. I've been there, done that, bare facts. Ruckus like Carlito's way, your niggas is fake. My cousin Liz is a fool. Didn't come when we invited you. Fuck you.
That's not bad. Used car, never watched it. Ever. Nah. Why would I watch it?
Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. It's rockers. It's rockers. It's who? Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. My friends love me. That's all I need. My friends love me. Liz didn't come to the family reunion last summer. Fuck you and your mama. I'm over it now. I wear the crown, respected everywhere. Bitch, you never there. Not even coke. Try to provoke. End of man show. This is YouTube. Underdog. Big friends in the same garbage. Big knowledge. Bitch, I'm a problem. Ready if you problem. If you cross that line, that's right. Cause I'm a psycho, a sicko with a good heart. That shows them all that first and they turn into I don't know what the fuck. Made my cousin Mervin MIA. Must have been y'all. Come on, dog. Just me and my girl and a gun. Stuck in the slum, connected like the mafia. You don't know nada. Ask mom and dad. They ain't got the answers. Getting more from strangers. Fans been holding me down. I got the juice now. Holding me down, I got the juice now. It's rockers. Family problems, I know how to solve them. Friends problems, I know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. Yeah. And all your one-time members, don't you over on them side streets no more. Don't talk to me, no. Don't bother me either, because out of here, man. All I need is through my friends too. All I need is support. Fucking money, know your stupid shit on you. My fuck it, got my own shit. I don't know what the fuck happened the other night. So I get no long. This probably what you get, no long. Family problems, friends problems, you know how to solve them. Family problems, you know how to solve them. Friends problems, you know how to solve them. Yeah. It's rockers. Salute me or shoot up, man. Nobody cares. 2020, man. Yeah. Big shout out to my fans. I love y'all, man. You're gonna get some free rockers gear soon, nigga. Woo! Two, 3 in the morning.
Be my nigga. Cool, let's smoking fire shit. Gotta quarter low. What you really know? I got all the snow. Come right out the boat. Come right out the boat. This shit, yeah, you already know. I feel like I've been the GOAT. I know I can hold my own. All I know the crime pay. I'ma get it one day. I'm cruising down the highway. All I know the crime pay. Get him on the 5-way. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. Yeah, they talking
but they never lived it. I've been gunning for them 7 digits. Came back with a better vision. I ain't never switching. I'ma get this chicken. Crime pays, that's my way. Try to tell them, but they never listen. Fuck the ops, fuck the cops. I'ma make a meal this winter. Merry Christmas. I've been on it since Dipset. How they wanna get their lips wet. All these bitches used to try to swear me. Now I'm flexing on them with this pimp set. All I know that crime pays. Get it one day.
Twice the size of the other one. What the fuck's wrong with you, stupid? Oh, Jesus.
All I know that crime pays.
You right there on purpose, man.
I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. All I know that
quarter-inch across, good Lord. Not the blood spot, the blood spot's half an inch across. You're listening, that's how much fucking liquid just came out of that fucking thing.
All I know that crime pays. Get him on the highway. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. If I die before I wait.
Well, you need to pick up the Bible bullshit. You can tell too, they got the Canadian fucking Bible version of some of this shit. 30,000 denominations of Christianity. You're gonna go to hell for selling drugs. What is that? British? Really? 300 years opium trading and slave trading, and you think you're gonna go to hell for selling? Well, up until very recently, it was perfectly legal here to just buy at the store. In fact, cocaine and heroin are both prescription drugs. So they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that all these big, huge narco-trafficking crimes are just a matter of having a prescription. Technically speaking, like, no, it wouldn't necessarily play out that way. On paper, that's what the law says.
I'm cruising down the highway.
Prostitution wasn't illegal till this new decriminalization. It wasn't illegal.
I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. Yeah, they talk it, but they never lived it. I've been gunning for them 7 digits. Came back with a better vision. I ain't never switching. I'ma get the chicken. Crime pays, that's my way. Try to tell them, but they never listen. Fuck the ops, fuck the cops. I'ma make a meal this winter. Merry Christmas. I've been on it since Dipset. How they wanna get their lips wet. All these bitches used to try to swear me. Now I'm flexing on them with this pimp set. All I know that crime pays. I'ma get it one day. I'm cruising down the highway. All I know that crime pays. Get him on the highway. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. All I know that crime pays. I'ma get it one day. I'm cruising down the highway.
No, don't go under my shoes, stupid. Jesus.
All I know that crime pays. Get up on the highway. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. I can't sleep, these nightmares are real. Gotta keep both hands on the wheel.
It's funny, every time I stomp on all these fucking things, the fucking spider comes over like I just stole her walk. I'd done your job, I wouldn't even know that there had been a body.
This year you already know. I feel like I've been the GOAT. I know I can hold my own.
Oh, you're turning into
I
this
know I
weird
can hold my own.
double helix
All I
fucking
know that crime pays.
dreadlocks.
I'ma get it one day. I'm cruising down the highway. All I know that crime pays. Get them on the highway. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. Yeah, they talk it, but they never lived it. I've been gunning for them 7 digits. Came back with a better vision. I ain't never switching. I'ma get this chicken. Crime pays, that's my way. Try to tell them, but they never listen. Fuck the ops, fuck the cops. I'ma make a meal. Just want a Merry Christmas. I've been on it since Dipset. Now they wanna get their lips jerked. All these bitches used to try to swear me. Now I'm flexing on them with this pimp set.
Jerk.
All I know that crime pays. I'ma get it one day.
Okay, relax.
I'm cruising down the highway.
Saunders grabbed my fucking hand and let me go.
Get up on the highway.
I'm
cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. All I know that crime pays. I'ma get it one day. I'm cruising down the highway. All I know that crime pays. Get up on the highway. I'm cruising down the highway. I'ma get it one day. If I die before
I can't be the first person to know this. When you look down, it's
if I die before we pray the Lord my soul's insane. I can't sleep, these nightmares are real.
oh, this is bad. All the bombs turned into all sorts of shit. That's bad. A bunch of them did.
Hey, 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 hey.
Only one side.
Nothing on my wrist, nothing on my neck, nothing on my fist. It's all on my check. Don't you get the gist? I got the confidence, don't need a brand on my chest. Hey, I know what my value is. Hey, wealthy people don't need jewelry. Hey, look at 21 Savage and Bill Gates. Hey, rap industry complex. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. I'm the opposite of Microsoft, I'm big and hard. Let that resonate, maybe a little more. I got that lyricism sprinkled with a lot of flow. I made my sauce authentic on a chopping board. Baby, it's spicy, be careful. Don't shake the bottle too much, be gentle. It's kinda high on the Scoville level. So burn your tongue, don't get it in your eyes. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. Self-care, yeah, got a lot of that. No food tastes good as having a six-pack. You should cut your snacks same way you cut that crack. Then you wouldn't look fat as a Cadillac. Baby, looking like a
how you get that with anemia?
see you did them squats on the squat rack. I don't need a beat, I don't really need a track. You can be my producer with your booty clap. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. Baby, keep your pants on, zip tight, locked off. This is not the time for you to rack it up. We be in court, the judge is getting cross. You robbed the bank, baby.
You took your mask off.
You took 100K and left it at my front door. Thought it was funny, nice joke.
You walk in a bank in Brampton. Take your mask off. You and the bank might both get fined $100,000. Comes his problem. Oh, what did I just say? I didn't fucking write this shit. It's not my fault this shit came out like a year before. All these tracks that keep lining up to things today came out before the Yeah.
Cause you know I bail you out no matter what the cost. I need that flavor, baby.
Bringing back the block party, heating up till my dogs lock it off. Beam on the clock, bringing back the Holocaust at all costs. My boys are hitters,
Nothing on my
call
wrist,
them Hitler.
nothing on my neck, nothing on my fist. It's all on my check. Don't you get the
All I
gist?
do
I
is
got the
rip off
confidence. Don't need
rhymes.
a
You
brand
can call
on my
me Jeff
chest.
the Ripper.
Hey, I know what my value is. Hey, wealthy people don't need jewelry. Hey, look at 21 Savage and Bill Gates. Hey, rap industry got a complex. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. I'm the opposite of Microsoft. I'm big and hard. Let that resonate, maybe a little more. I got that lyricism sprinkled with a lot of flow. I make my sauce authentic on a chopping board. Baby, it's spicy, be careful. Don't check the bottle too much, be gentle. It's kinda high on the Scoville level. Don't burn your tongue, don't get it in your eyes. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. Self-care, yeah, I got a lot of that. No food tastes good as having a six-pack. You should cut your snack same way you cut that crack. Then you wouldn't look fat as a Cadillac. Baby, looking like a snack. I can see you dipping squats on the squat rack. I don't need a beat, I don't really need a track. You can be my producer with your booty clap. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me.
Public
I
prayer
only use
is like
it for
wrong.
paper
The public
planes,
exercise
actually.
is
Baby, keep your pants on, zip
amazing.
tight, locked off. This is not the time for
I'm
you to
jogging,
back
look
it
at his
up.
jaw.
We be
Look at him
in
leaning on the
court,
bench.
the judges
Leaning on
getting
the bench.
crossed.
Hey,
You
I've never
bounced
seen a
back,
homeless guy
baby.
smoke
You took your
crack
mask
on the
off.
bench.
You took 100K and left it at my front door. Thought it was funny, nice joke. Cause you know I bail you out no matter what the cost. I need that flavor, baby. Shit, cause I got the sauce. Cause I got the sauce. I said it cause I got the sauce. Shit, cause I got the sauce. Shit, cause I got the sauce.
Well, them bank robberies happened, them young boys. They're on branching, but right close. Oh, keywords in white, maybe.
Podium.
Fucking how?
Dang, son, I gotta reload it like a gun. Time them just for fun. They wanna see me with my hands out begging for funds. They ain't gonna see that shit cause I really make runs. They saying that they gotta get the job done. And when my crew come, they ain't gonna say no more in the slum. They gonna be deceased from head to toe. They ain't gonna breathe no more. Ain't gonna see no tree. Ain't no more paradise down here, it's only hell or up. You won't get a chance no more down here. I ain't showing no fear, I gotta ride for my other side. And they gotta ride for me, cause they gotta say that they'll die for me. They gotta shine for me, if I shine on my own, then fuck, they won't lie for me. They won't lie for me, they won't die for me. I'm in this, but haters ain't gonna shine with me. They ain't shining with me because I put them all in the past. I told all these haters, cut them off and all to kiss my ass. Haters don't love it, I ball just like Nash. Saying that they want a ball, throwing bins in the trash. I'ma hit it up like, fuck it, haters. I gotta see it later, like fucking adding up my stacks with the calculator. Saying that they wanna brave something just like braver. I'ma be braver than you, probably be the first heartbreaker. I never broken hearts before, but I just might take you. Shit, boy, I gotta remix this shit like a bitch gotta read this. I ain't fucking with no cops. They don't like us getting involved with none of that political shit.
Look, some of us feel we shouldn't even.
Y'all send me never did I want you.
I'm not reshuffling.
I ain't fucking with no cops. They don't like us getting involved with none of that political shit.
Look, some of us feel we shouldn't even interact with white men. I mean, we are African, brother. That's right. Mother Africa's the only salvation.
Yeah, this track and the next one. That's the, no, obviously I put the playlist together, but it's just funny the order of the
We got police brutality. We got the white man interacting. His billy club upside the black man's head. That shit don't bother you. But you take the skirt wearing ass back to Africa.
Yeah. I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah, I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah, I can't breathe around this bitch.
I'm gonna shoot you on the radio. We'll call it. Oh, Captain.
Every corner, let's stick together and be forever. Cause we're soldiers. I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah,
Deaf people can't read gang signs either, right?
Young godfather, shooter, mama was a
every community sold off and segregated off.
In my DNA to get big. Grandfather was a soldier. He's a war vet. You're a small vet.
All these sign languages are based on verbal languages.
Coming of age to the page. 10 years in the making of a star. Going far. Wasn't born yesterday. Haters hate all day. Is their job a couple 100,000 ain't shit. Rather starve and wait for millions. Man, listen.
All know what a house is.
Rap for the children. You rap for the hood rats. Cops killing kids, blood spill, and get promoted. Nation voted. If he was a family member, I would have answered with pride and gave that man that big bag. Cause I grew up in a gang and was raised by the streets. But I'm corporate, so I educate. Been racial profiled by cops 100 times to keep it. 100 lives, it wasn't during a crime. They're stupid, just liquid. I told them they're wasting their time. Pigs, do you know who my mom is? You don't want it with me. You don't want it with Rockers. You don't want it with G. Nigga, I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah, I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah, I can't breathe around this bitch. Yeah, I can't breathe around this big. Hands up, don't shoot, knock around every corner. Let's stick together and be forever, cause we're soldiers. I can't breathe around this place. I can't breathe around this place. Hands up, don't shoot, knock around every corner. Let's stick together and be forever, cause we're soldiers. Cause I can't breathe around this place. I can't breathe around this place. I can't breathe around this place. Hands up, don't shoot, knock around. I can't breathe. I can't breathe around this place.
No, I seriously can't. I got sickle cell. They know enough to know what the fuck can make us sick, and then they pretend they don't know. Oh, I know we don't. You're doing this, so you know what race I am. No, we don't know that. Well, if I say sickle cell, if they say no, I don't know what it is, then I might believe that. If they say they know what it is, if they say they know what it is and then deny knowing the race,
Y'all said me never did I want you.
Ridiculous.
Oh Lord, me tell you. Whoa.
You only assume other fucking people have diseases only they get too, but I don't know about them. How would I? I'm not trying to fucking study the weaknesses.
Shot one time. What? Yo, take him out, bring him out dead. Westwood, hit him in the head.
One gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4. George, 5. Murder, pull out, turn out, them Westwood, put the blanket them, come on, me, murder, we never have peace, peace in the black tape, come on, the black cheek, black outcome, niggas can't play, no way, the shit, he plays, I keep the sex, that's the black queen, England, and that's the ding-a-ling-a thing, what we bring, it's a demon and a fiend for the views, come on, move, get please don't abuse it, we just choose it. Still burn the flag, cause I'm on that rebel shit. The level kick, then for the ass. Yeah, pass when you drag. To the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. Foot, go up, yeah. Red, what? Fall it down, they fall it down. The bridges fall it down. DJ Westwood, that's fun crazy. I turn it like 5 foot kicks, hits and Westwood whip. What the DJs on the mix? That's all that hip. Don't skip the dial, my nigga, that's style. Now you can't get the chance to get new music in that style. He's scratching, put in black and blue, bruises for cruising practice. No wonder I tune radio show, jam, phones get slammed to the dirt. Bow! Ooh, it hurts so bad when I smile. Because the honest on the brow. Yeah, my face and joke, you know now. The nigga breakers falling down, right, falling down, what falling down, the bridge is falling down. Westwood is going crazy. Dirty up the red. Cha-cha-cha. Now it's time to get live. When Westwood's the best. Come on. Feel the vibration from the station. The pumping frustrations in the nation. Why the bridge is falling down? Why is the king at the bottom with the pyramid? Why they falling down? The bridge is falling down. You're gonna get jail. The yard out with the wrong nigga proper. The rap out for the mother. Plus, a cap for Westwood, you ain't no other. Bullets fit the shade, your lady pray for your maker. 2 in the heart, a flip in the head. Radio, get to every move up Westwood. You can get the ass married. Cause when it's a full moon, you get a chill in his mind. Every dude is mine, picking a shower and nickel plate at night. The blood clot warrior, roster and imposter. You sweat Westwood and me not know why. I went up on Westwood, you just don't die. Either crazy like sticking or your mother up for the marijuana. I want some marijuana.
Don't care, still bear under blazers. Got pushed by the acres, in the middle of the street. We wildin'. We don't mind fire, dog. Looking at them like they are just an audience. Shout out to all of my troops who be hustling, bagging them dimes and pushing on the onions, flipping and turning the cushion to muffins, cookies and brownies. Everything is plugging in. You cannot handle it. Please do not touch it. Or you not make blood. This is her cousin. I'm about to bring the rain to the whole block. Like a rain rushing in with the riot squad. You're getting turned up, bitches getting turned on. She want the call dog, fucking she goes on. I'm about to bring the rain to the south side. We raving, I ain't trying to go inside. We on our way from the day to the night time. We outside, brought the rave to the south side. Attention all white boys, attention all white chicks. People who smoke bombs and don't really like splits. It's amazing, we raving on the night shift. Partying and wildin', feeding off excitement. I'm about to go jackass, smoke a batch of that hash with hot snap. Got me moving like Steve-O. Tonight be the night that I put it on the emo. I'm stressed like a vet on a double up in kilo. Niggas said they don't sleep, I only see my white couple. Brunettes and blondies, shaking to the red note. 4 a.m. we still up eating French toast, wasted. Just made the front page of Metro. Buzzing like a beetle, I keep a D-ego. Put it to its skin, but it sting like mosquito. Everything's illegal, to us it's all legal. Ravers in the front row, mayor in the back row. Met the daredevil and he said that I was evil. It's a rape thing, we raping till we go
we comatose. I'm about to bring the rave to the south side. We raving, I ain't trying to go inside. We on our way from the day to the night time. We outside, brought the rave to the south side. Attention all white boys, attention all white chicks. People who smoke bombs and don't really like splits. It's amazing, we raving on the night shift. Partying and wilding, feeding off excitement. I'm a raver, how I'm raving. Mooney's buzzing like someone just tased him. And he's feeling so amazing, but he never ever felt this wasted. 10 shots, straight shots, nigga, no chasing. More shots for ones who couldn't make it. The rest of the shots on the bitches half naked. Diagnosed with insomnia since grade 6. Get money, get high, back to the same shit. We pull up in the drop top, we pull up in the same shit. Only difference is the model from 06. I upload and reload, then back with the same clip. It's run dog, you know dog, I'm back on my rave shit. Party with acquaintances is what I call raving. I'm killing it, they sick of it, I'm screaming out, amen. Swallowing and kissing it and throwing away a wedding ring.
Oh, fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christ, Samson, be not, let the beat rock. What it do? Yeah. Hey yo, you know I'm about to go off. Nova Scotian show off. With flows that's doper than an Okanagan go off. The homie Brody told me he had a beat, he needed me to flow on. So we formed together like Ultron. Shit so sick, it'll make you wanna throw up. Sicker than a mix of liquor, piss, and coleslaw. So raw, disgusting. Nikolai Volkov with the punches and I'm lunging with a bunch of them. Stuff them in your ugly grin for lunch again. A microwave a hungry man until he's fucking dead. Understand? I'm an animal, a baboon, an orangutan with tattoos. Driving up fast foods, swing a dang-a-lang, hang with me. You're probably catching a couple tires.
Bro, you can't say that no more, that's racist, bro.
You wanted to hire me? Don't be dumb. You should have come with an army plus some rum and some drugs ready to party.
I don't
know
what my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put that shit on like that's the shit.
Cause I don't know what my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put my shit on like holy shit.
Yeah. Doing blow until I throw up. Coke all in my nose crust. Don't trust Brody when he's smoking that stuff. Me and Christopher the illest for sure. Cause the bitch was in trouble before itching to stick my dick in the corpse. Drinking till I'm dizzy, drunk and piss on the floor. Fucking your bitch until the clitoris sore. I'm on a mission for the riches and whores. I bottle of the liquor with some pills I can snort. This the sort of shit I spit for kicks when I'm bored. East Coast rider shit. We smoke light a split. We don't like a snitch. Beast mode fight a bitch. Depot riding with some heat so violent. G code silent, jeans gold slider past my cheeks, so 90s with a mean cold smile. I'm a G, no lie. I got a bottle of the Keats and I think I'm gonna drink, so I'm peace and don't find me.
I don't know what my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put that shit on like that's the shit.
Cause I don't know what my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put my shit on like holy shit. Now ain't that some shit? Holy shit.
We in the hood shopping, ain't nothing changed. So instead I roll and bang. My homies stay gone, throwing up fingers, sipping on some. We don't like strangers, dug in my blood from the very first day. Certified VA official, don't play. Go the other way, don't come around here. Bitch sleeping on me, make holes in your head.
Big stacks to get dead when I'm out on the block. If you fraud, I suggest you get back, get knocked. You're getting money over here, I don't know what you got. Cause the one I got too big to fit and I sucks. On my hustle hard, waiting for a came out the block. I'm in the spot all day, even when it gets tough. Only when you see po-po, everything stops. So when the yo goes, then it's back over the top. Kill the crap, I'ma keep my power with plus. I'm a fight strong for your boss, so fucked up. These challenges like the vision stands up, let us drop. Cause when we step in the building, we alive. You hear guns pop. In this month, got clocks, time's money, so what? If you stand in the way of my family, you right. Man, I get that clientele, do you know? Ain't no motherfucking games, I get that.
You know, chopping, ain't nothing changed. So instead I roll it back. My homies stay bars, throwing up fingers, sipping on some. We don't like strangers. Dug in my blood from the very first day. Certified VA official, won't play. Go the other way, don't come around here.
That big fat motherfucker too. And he keeps running around the back of my foot over and fucking over, right? Like, where the fuck did he go now? He said, you're not getting away, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, this shit, like, I'm fucking ruin my fucking buzz. Cause I'm not letting shit go. You bit me, ran away, and for some reason you won't fucking leave. That stick on me. Damn it. Why do people telling me about these damn bugs? They're smarter than people might expect them to be. They would have to be to exist with humans for so many fucking years. 100 fucking years. We didn't have this problem. All of a sudden we have this problem. I'm very mad at people. If we don't catch it fast enough, its stomach explodes, and I don't know where the fuck it ends up. God damn it, I hate fucking people.
Sleeping on me, leave holes in your head. I walk in like a president do. I got numbers like a Mexican crew. I'm next to win too. I've been up on my grizzly. They looking at me like, who the fuck is he really? I thought I done told them. I got more momentum than a rolling. I'm poking, I'm provoking. Like me in a coffin. I'm dirty when I kill it. Like a little fishy on the skillet. I'ma cook it, I'ma chuck it, I'ma skin it. I'ma eat it, I'ma finish, I'm a rider. Till the day I die, cause I'm office, a conqueror. Extraterrestrial, motherfucking Martian. I'm just getting started. Fire squad is the entourage that I march with. I'm off in the black Cadillac in the Tampa. Hanging out the window with the bottles in my hand. I'm stepping up a black rubber band. We in the hood chopping, ain't nothing changed. So instead I roll it back. My homies stay bars, throwing up fingers, sipping on some. We don't like strangers. Dug in my blood from the very first day. Certified VA official, don't play. Go the other way, don't come around here. Catch you sleeping on me, leave holes in your head. We in the hood chopping, ain't nothing changed. Soldiers that I roll with, bang.
Promoting that physical lifestyle, put on web, so lift to that white child, and then give like a factory.
I'm crazy back to shit, getting real sick, deck got the verbs, nigga, it's the big nicks. Coming fat from the fats of black wax, in fact, I cramp stacks of acts upon the shelves. Fans can help themselves, I prove my record sales. So there ain't no pausing, I'm causing catastrophe. I hate to be the one coming after the black dick dastardly. I heat them up even in winter. I spend the beginnings, I'm eating pussies for dinner, but just remember, I ain't no downtown clown, I run the mellow ass sounds, the real shit, boy, straight from the dead now. Yo, Grant, she back it up. 5 for 5, wanted dead or alive. From the soft potatoes for sour cream to chops, no job. If I was you, I'd come through and catch a dose of my strict technique, straight from Suicide Street. I work a beat like a cop, trash and pawn shops. Yo, come on, follow the mad, my controller who will hold you like a stiff tip, will work you like a flick trick. I'm I'm crazy back, the shit is getting real sick. We deck out the verbs, nigga, it's the big nicks. Coming fat from the vats of black wax. In fact, I cramp stacks of acts upon your shelves so fans can help themselves. I prove my record sales. Move along, cause yo, there ain't no parsley. It cause a catastrophe. I hate to be the one coming after black dick dastardly. I heat them up even in winter. I spin it for beginners. I'm eating pussies for dinner, but just remember, I ain't no downtown clown. I run the mellow, I sound real shit, boy. Straight from the catch a dose on my straight technique, straight from Suicide Street. I woke up.
Three victims. Masked men opened fire in a North York plaza and speed off in an SUV, sending 3 men to hospital.
The ban on city-run events has been extended, but there are some innovative entertainment options coming to Toronto, despite being excluded from Phase 3. The TTC is considering some exciting new programs at today's board meeting, including free Wi-Fi and priority bus lanes.
And a group of U.S. media companies are banding together, calling for access to all police body cams involved with the death of George Floyd.
Several major U.S. banks
See what use body cams are?
Today, and the Stats Canada research paper says the annual inflation rate
Canada already has it says if you interfere with someone filming in public, you are
The Toronto Maple Leafs return to
That's right. If someone's recording, you try to stop them. You're committing a crime. You can't stop it. No matter who you are. I don't want to be on, so go home. Put a mask on.
680 News Time 301.
A mask should be illegal.
Pretty decent drive out there, just a bit of construction. We still have the westbound Garner ramp to Lakeshore blocked. This is for a crash. Cleanup and investigation. Highway 7 ramps to the South 427 closed. The South 427 ramps to the East and West 407 are blocked. And the South 427 ramp to Finch is still shut down. Let's take a look at the East and West 401 now. Eastbound, no access from Highway 25 or the northbound James Snow ramp shut down for maintenance. The ramp off the highway to North and South Allen is also closed off. We have the 418 ramp to the East 401 also closed. And the ramp to Holt off to the eastbound 401 is still blocked. The Liberty ramps to the West 401 are shut down this morning too. Northbound Menivale, the Nielsen, and northbound Markham Road ramps to the westbound 401 closed. The westbound 401 ramp to Markham has been blocked too. Southbound Avenue, both the Allen ramps to the West 401 shut down. Stretch of collectors blocked between the Allen and the 400 as well. So just keep that in mind.
I thought they must have another goddamn street with the same fucking name again.
One stretch where you're down to a single lane, a couple of them actually. Eastbound 401 approaching the 427 if you're in the express, and then also westbound 401 approaching Broad Street.
No, I
down to a single lane, but it's not causing any problems. And a fairly large stretch of the express is closed east of the 404 all the way through to basically east of Port Union, but the collectors are moving nicely. Next report is at 311, and with the forecast, here's Adam Stiles.
We're going to head back to seasonal temperatures during the day today. A high of 28 in the forecast. Looks like some sunshine into the morning. Clouds building in as we head into the afternoon, but the GTA should stay dry. Later in the day, winds will shift to the southeast up to about 15 kilometers per hour. Today, a high of 28, feeling into the lower 30s on the way. Downtown Toronto, it's currently 19 degrees and clear conditions. Similar conditions at Pearson International Airport, but a little bit chillier, 18 degrees. 680 News Time, 3:03.
3 men are in hospital after shooting in a North York plaza, 2 in serious condition.
680's Cam Dorrit has the details on the police investigation. Police are searching for 3 masked men who took off from the scene in a black SUV sometime after 8:30 Monday night. Witnesses say at least one person opened fire in the York Woods Plaza on James, just south of Finch. Inspector Tom Proctor says numerous casings have already been found.
3 individuals were hit by gunfire.
The start of the work week not ending the violence in the GTA. Friday afternoon saw the start of 8 different shootings in just 48 hours, with 2 people now dead. Toronto's deputy police chief called the violence concerning, the mayor deeming it unacceptable. There have already been 36 more shootings than this time last year. I'm Cam Dorrit.
680 News Time, 3:04. The man is set to appear in court today
I'll
after his
interpret that.
involvement
Hold
in
on.
alleged
6
kidnapping.
per month,
They say
I
they
guess.
found the woman who they believed was abducted yesterday. Officers
Yeah,
responded
check
to a
this
call
fucking
just before
story out.
9, the Sherburne Street and Dundas Street East area. Police allege a man put an unconscious woman in a car and told witnesses he was taking her to hospital,
Good letter.
but he never arrived.
No, why would he?
51-year-old James Foldy has been arrested and charged with kidnapping. He's set to appear in court today.
That's what that happens
is
if
safe
you let
and
your girl
cooperating
go
with
to Canada
investigators.
by herself.
You're listening to All News Radio, 680 News. With Toronto left waiting for Stage 3 and all major festivals now canceled until at least October, the city is revealing some new virtual events to keep us entertained. 680's Michelle Mackey reports.
Mayor John Tory says he's concerned with the reopening of bars in particular, based on what we've seen in other cities. And delaying phase 3 will allow for more time for planning and preventing the city from slipping.
The future of Ontario and Canada's economy.
Now you're concerned about bars. 400 years in, hey, we're going to go somewhere that's drinking.
That's why the city has now extended the current ban on Toronto-run festivals and events to the end of September.
What about
although we've launched
all the
the big
private
runs
shit?
early October, organizers have already
Don't you make
announced
money off
it's
those?
going
Hold on a
virtual.
second.
This year, the festival will engage with its audience through an improved digital experience.
In the meantime,
Improved. You've never done it before. It's already
select
improved.
locations to offer drive-in experiences from concerts to film festivals. Dates and
There's
locations
fiber optic
on the city's
cables under the
website.
street here.
I'm
These
Michelle
motherfuckers refuse to learn anything
And those
they
looking
don't
to
have
lose
to.
their pandemic pounds can return to a gym in most of Ontario this Friday. The national sales manager at Good Life tells us how their Oakville club is preparing to
Why
welcome
Good Life? How
back
much
fitness
did they
fans.
pay?
Managing our capacities, of course, is a really essential thing for us to ensure that we're able to adhere to physical distancing standards so that members can have enough space to be able to walk freely through the club.
Are you going to bleach every machine and every dumbbell and every...
Carlton Braithwaite says members are encouraged to book in their workout sessions on the Good Life app, and that they'll be allowed to see in real time just how many members will be at the club at the same time.
680 News Time 3:06. Free Wi-Fi on all the bus and streetcar routes and increasing accessibility at a variety of stations are just some of the many items up for discussion in today's TTC board meeting. Another major topic is the implementation of bus lanes, a variety of which will
And
become
we're making a lot of, if
over
you're
the
on
next 2
the
years.
fucking system,
Currently,
you're
bus
going
lanes-
somewhere,
bus lanes,
you
rather, are
can't
planned
just
for
stay
Eglinton
forever.
Avenue East later this year, Jane Street next year, and Dufferin, Finch East, and Steeles
Yeah,
West
what
in
use is
2022.
You're
The board meeting
how?
will be live streamed on the TTC's YouTube channel starting at 1 if you'd like to watch and see what else is coming to the city's transit service.
680 News Time 3:07. If you're a parent who depends on a government-funded free dental program for kids, double-check your coverage before your next visit. As Spies and City News reports, the additional cost of personal protective equipment means some dentists simply can't afford to keep patients under the program. Posted in a Facebook page, a dentist reportedly told the parents of a 4-year-old that they are no longer accepting payments under the government-funded Healthy Smiles program where kids under 17 in low-income families get dental services
So
at no cost.
here's what they're
The
saying.
reason the dentist gave that the cost of PPE was over $70. A unique challenge the Ontario Dental Association says
But
their
they're getting
members
less
have been
than that
faced
for
with.
the
It's the
business.
beefed up
Is what it
PPE,
comes
it's
down
the
to.
N95 masks, the gowns, the face shields.
Dr. Stevenson says this is compounding a challenge that existed even before the pandemic. He says the HSO program is underfunded, meaning dentists barely made any money from accepting patients
That's why
under
a lot
the
of them
program to begin with.
won't
So now
pretend.
they've been in the red.
Why
The province says
they won't
last
do it
year,
because why
8,000 of
pretend
the
if they're going to
9,000
screw
dentists in
public?
Ontario participated in the
Sounds
program, but it's
fucked up.
unclear what that number is now.
The RCMP's first Indigenous Mountie in Manitoba is the lead plaintiff in a class action case accusing our national police force of systemic racism.
Well,
As
there
we
you
hear
go.
from
I don't
680's
think
Marcella Bernardo,
really.
31-year veteran says no one ever listened to her before she quit the force in 2010.
Marge Hudson, who now works as a trauma therapist, says she hopes this lawsuit makes a difference.
And I really feel sorry for the people that have lost their lives, even going to the mental hospital and staying there because of the treatment they got. I would like to help the RCMP. I have to fight for my people and I have to fight for myself.
Vancouver-based lawyer David Klein says there's also hope Hudson's case can be certified as class action by the end of this year.
The case has been filed in federal court, which can move cases fairly quickly.
No one from the RCMP is available to comment because this is now a court matter, but we have received a statement suggesting there is no room for racism or any other kind of discrimination in the force. I'm Marcella Bernardo.
680 News Time 309. The New York Times has joined a coalition of news media outlets calling for the release of body cam footage recorded during the death of George Floyd. At this point, only audio transcripts of the incident have been made public. Floyd, a black man who was handcuffed at the time, died on May 25th after a white police officer, Derek Chauvin, pressed his knee against Floyd's neck for nearly 8 minutes. A group of media organizations are asking a judge for access to the body camera footage from the other officers present at the time, Thomas Lane and Jay Kyung.
Meantime, Roger Stone is speaking out about his clemency grant from U.S. President Donald Trump.
In a phone call, Roger Stone told ABC News he's grateful for President Trump's decision and claimed to have not received a fair trial. He also said Trump recognized
imminent danger of sending me at age 67 and with a history of asthma to a correctional facility that now has 60 confirmed COVID-19 virus cases.
Stone was convicted of multiple crimes, including witness tampering and false statements, as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Mueller penned a rare op-ed in response to President Trump's decision, saying Stone rightfully remains a convicted felon. Mark Remillard, ABC News.
News is always changing. Now.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. You fucking tell us one thing and 10 minutes later it's different.
Is 680 News.
Cops want the city trends because I'm giving it a street notch. There ain't no smoking on the fact shit is deadly in my habitat. Like a blue side trap. I really take that sound. So move good shit down. Check short. Straight through the leg.
You didn't tell me what good is, bitch.
And they can't store the biz with teams. I can ask you what they were. Stash, you know what I'm saying? I'm out the race like Snake with swords. If your record ain't out by now, you fucking fool. I ain't here to work with faggot imitations. I smother brothers so much I pay for mess suffocation. I got shorties in every grocery. Clean squad stops, back trash like two best. Chill out and close it out. I do my tracks like country blacks in back, doper than the sack.
Why is my ass popped? Oh, I already got you. That's the worst. You come up with the best fucking stupid to heckle, basically, to ask somebody, and they got a straight ass. Why is my ass popping? Look at like this. It's cars really?
Between the 404 and East of Port Union, however, everything's moving nicely in the collector lanes.
Where the fuck's Port Pro?
7 ramps to the South 427 block to the South 427 ramps have been just closed too. If you have questions about COVID-19, 680
News. They told me them G-Way niggas is better than me. They told me them reaching niggas is better than me. Devil in me. I don't see my enemies in months away. The nature had a child.
To reach a seasonal high of 28. Looks like some sun in the morning, clouds in the afternoon. Southeast wind up to about 35 kilometers per hour into the afternoon. On the lake shore, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-20s throughout the afternoon. During the overnight, temperatures drop to 18 degrees, mixes of sun and cloud on the way during the day tomorrow, heading up to a high of 29. Southeast wind again up to 35 kilometers per hour, so it will be a touch cooler near the shores of Lake Ontario.
Just shut up with this. Can we fucking make a lot of you can sue a meteorologist for repeating some bullshit urban legend? I used to live right down my place. It's not cooler. It's anything. It's hotter. It's sunlight.
Canadians are looking to the United States as a cautionary tale. Third, feel like we're going back to normal way too quickly.
680 News Time.
You go down to the water to get tan, you get hit with more sun. The wind will make it cooler by the lake.
Still needs to get
Whether you're on the beach or
more than
running,
that.
the proven power and reliability of Ram trucks will get you where you need to go. It's the Ram Summer Clearance Sales Event with employee pricing plus on 2020 Ram 1500s, along with 0% financing for 84 months and up to $2,000 loyalty bonus cash for current finance and lease customers. See your Ram dealer for details.
Your streets never made anyone's travel lists. When you search hashtag Wanderlust, your cul-de-sac never comes up. Your driveway's not even in the top 1,000 wonders of the world. And you've never, ever opted for a staycation. Until now. With AutoMerit from Bel Air Direct, you could lower your car insurance by taking shorter trips and driving less. Guess your neighborhood's the new hotspot. Drive less, and you could save with Bel Air Direct.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Clear skies and 19 degrees in downtown Toronto. Good morning. From the 680 News Broadcast Center, I'm Eden's Beba. Here's what's making news this hour. 3 men are injured, 2 in serious condition after a shooting at a plaza near Jane and Finch last night. Toronto police are searching for 3 suspects spotted driving away in a dark-colored SUV. And while the city has been locked down, the province's staged great announcement, Mayor John Tory is excited about new entertainment options coming, including Crab Tio, a new program aimed at launching large-scale driving experiences here in the city. And coming up after sports.
Get outside tonight and grab the binoculars. Over the next week, a week and a half, 2 weeks, it should be at its brightest. Comet Neowise is making its way past Earth, and you can see it with your naked eye.
Isn't that a fucking browser program or something?
Now, 680 Sports from Sportsnet on 90 The Fan. Here's Callum Inc.
The first day of Toronto Maple Leafs training camp brought a COVID confirmation. Austin Matthews admitted he tested positive for the coronavirus. That had been reported previously, but Matthews said he was mostly asymptomatic. The Leafs also wore Black Lives Matter t-shirts and shared the message on social media. The team is preparing for their play-in series with the Columbus Blue Jackets scheduled to begin on August 2nd. The NHL announced
fucking fuck up, holy
COVID-19 test results
like, I'm doing nothing important. Why now the fuck?
Almost 5,000 tests were administered to over 600 players. The camp's underway. The NHL is now in phase 3. Speaking of getting back to it, TFC ties DC United 2-2 Monday morning. Major League Soccer is doing a tournament format. Toronto is in Group C with DC United, the New England Revolution, and the Montreal Impact. Next up, the Reds play the Montreal Impact on Thursday. To the NFL, they finally did it. Washington's NFL team has decided to drop the Redskins name, bowing to pressure from critics and sponsors. FedEx led the charge. The company paid $205 million for the naming rights of Washington's home field, placing FedEx among many substantial sponsors who lobbied for the change. Sports at 15 and 45, past every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
I just don't like the bullshit.
You'll hear it here
First, breaking news when it happens.
on 680 News.
I see you in my crystal ball searching for a new home.
Yeah.
You don't know if you'll search for days or months.
How did you?
I now see a 130-day mortgage rate guarantee from BMO, the longest of any major bank. So you can take your time house hunting.
Is this still my fortune?
Nah, just good advice.
For
It's
the
more
right
impressive than my
right
spooky voice.
Why
When a bank gives you mortgage peace of mind.
I did it. And you did it. And the thing is, it feels like an achievement once you do it. And for me, I think the struggle that still persists is it sometimes feels I'm really bad, or maybe I'm really bad. I'm just impatient with coming up, following the instructions about the right amount of measurements of all the ingredients. Because to me, it just feels like conducting, sort of like a chemistry experiments. And usually, of course, we know the best results usually come when you follow the instructions and the precise measurements to the latter. But that's something that I just use. Okay, if they say like half a teaspoonful, I would just like assume like 2 pinches of salt is, okay, you translate it into your own thought. Yeah, I just use this, my own personal measurement tool that I have in my head. I never use, pour like 2 glasses of water here and there. How big are the glasses? No, usually like when you're making, let's say you're making a piece of, let's say you're making risotto. Usually they put there the measurements and the amount of water you're supposed to use. I don't follow those instructions. I just use my own measurements as far as I imagine. I just go along with it, and it always turns out right.
Okay, so you've got a talent in cooking.
I think so, and for that particular reason, because nothing I made came out horribly wrong, except once I tried a pizza. But then I think that the problem wasn't the toppings and whatever. I think the problem came in with the dough itself, because I didn't leave it to breathe for a long time. So it didn't turn out like I wanted, because I wanted it to turn out as good as a Napolitano pizza, a Napoli pizza. But it turned out like those pizzas you just find in a pub or something.
But it's okay.
But
we
it was
allow
a pizza
failures with cooking.
It still was a pizza, and I was quite surprised that it was edible. So that was good. Another thing that a lot of us picked up during these lockdown period was exercising. I don't know about you, but for me it wasn't. I wouldn't say I picked it up. I'll just say that I learned not to depend on the gym too much, because the gyms were closed, and so I had to learn to sort of set up my own workout area in my bedroom and part of it in my living room, such that when I'm watching TV, I can do some burpees, I can do some Tabata, and I think that's something that I'm really proud of, because before I used to be like, my excuse would be like, I didn't go to the gym because the gym is closed,
right?
Or it was too late, or I'm tired,
Yeah.
Or I didn't have the time. But then now I realize if I have just even 15 minutes of me doing burpees and lunges and a bit of cardio in my apartment,